Nothing. Little flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. But 3rd and long, didn't get it done, and Foster recovers. This is Foster's first drive of the game. Foster's in all white, black helmets, moving right to left on your computer screen. Handoff this time is going to go to Isaac Johnson around the right side. Got a first down and then some up to the 30, at the 31-yard line of Foster.
Isaac Johnson's showing his speed right there. He might be an issue.
Big matchup tonight. 2 undefeated district teams. A little pass out quick. It's going to be right at the sticks. Was that Ahmed? Shadid Ahmed? Shadid Ahmed comes in this ball game leading receiver in the district, actually tied with someone you're familiar with, Austin Alvarez. Both had 26 catches. Now Ahmed is ahead of him. Again, both these teams looking to keep their undefeated district season alive. This is a critical ball game. 3 yards.
The play had some potential right there. Got backed up into his own lineman. Looks like he ran into Hicks. Got a little tangled up there. Could have potentially went for a lot more than 3.
So 2nd and 7 now for the Falcons. 7:36 remaining here in the first quarter. Again, good crowd here tonight. Patriotic halftime. A lot of things going on. Even got cheerleader dads painted up. Going to be about a 3rd and 4 now for the Falcons.
Yeah, good job by the Mustangs D rallying to the football right there, led by Jackson Stevens. Looks like he was trying to get a little head of steam, chop his feet for a few more, but the Mustangs rally. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Falcons.
About a 2-yard, needed 4. Right at midfield here. We'll see what Foster does. They decide to pin him back, and it looks like they are.
Excellent play right there from Jackson Stevens coming down from that linebacker position. Hole opened up. Jackson did an excellent job of sprinting through it. Open field tackle, brought down an elusive runner for a short gain, bringing up 4th down for the Falcons. And they're going to try to pin the Mustangs back as the Mustangs have one lone punt returner in Colton Halata.
Yeah, Halata returned 30 punts this year. However, most of them are fair caught. Only has 44 yards of returns out of 30. Going to be a high kick. It is going to be a fair catch by Colton. He's going to catch it right at his 11-yard line. So Friendswood will start their 2nd drive of the game from their own 11. So Foster does a good job of getting him pinned exactly where they wanted to. Tonight's game brought to you by Hometown Bank of Friendswood, Pinnacle Construction, and our first quarter night brought to you by Genergy and Remax. Appreciate everybody listening in this evening. Again, this is our patriotic halftime game. Next week is Friendswood's homecoming versus Shadow Creek. Again, you got 2 big games back-to-back for these Friendswood Mustangs. Come in 5-0 on the season, 2-0 in district. Handoff to Revere on the right side. Got a big Mike block ahead of him. Got a good block there. It's going to be run out of bounds, though. Oh, it's going to be a face mask. That's an easy call as his helmet comes off.
Yeah, that is a blatant one right there. That was Jaden Smith on the outside ripping the helmet off of Revere. A clear face mask. That's going to be a gain of about 25 yards as Revere nearly got to the sticks already on the run. Tack on 15 more.
Yeah, no reason for that at all. Matter of fact, Revere is almost already out of bounds anyway, and then the helmet does pop off.
And Revere does get to stay in the ball game. If your helmet pops off of a face mask, you do get to remain in the game.
So it will be a 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Balls on their own 37-yard line. Friendswood moving left to right on your computer screen. Looks like it'll be actually about a 38. Once we get this set. Again, thank everyone for listening in this evening. Now we have listeners from all over the area. Appreciate everyone listening to MCS Sports here on a beautiful Friday night from Friendswood, Texas, here at Henry Winston Stadium. Again, just underway, just under 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Nothing ball game. Garden back to pass, got a man across the middle, Austin Alvarez, and sure-handed Austin let it just kind of clank off the hands right there. That's rare.
Yeah, you could tell that route was a little off. Coming back to the ball, already started to peek that head upfield. He had a lot of space in front of him, making sure that corner didn't come down on him. Ended up dropping the ball right off the chest plate right there. 2nd and 10 Mustangs.
Second and 10 for their own 38-yard line. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver down here to the right. Revere, nice run on the right side, makes a nice cut. And that's going to be just enough for a first down. Nice run by Luke Revere. Way to use your blockers right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Mike again coming around on that power G. Big Mike flattened that Foster Falcon, sprung Revere, picked up 10, and that's the Mustangs' bread and butter. They're going to need to get that going if they want to win this ball game tonight.
You think that you are going to see a lot of that exterior run because the interior for Foster,
it's stacked up.
It is very stacked up. We'll talk more about them throughout the game. First and 10 now, right at midfield. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man. Alvarez caught. That's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Again, Austin Alvarez, it's one thing you can count on from him are those precise routes.
Yeah, does a good job getting to the sticks, coming back, picking up 9 yards, and then turning around, picking up a couple more, chopping his feet. You got to love to see that out of your wide receiver.
Second and 1 now for the Mustangs. They are in Foster territory. First time in this ball game on Foster's 41-yard line. Twin receivers to the right, to the left side. Alvarez solo to the right. Gardner stays in the block. Gardner pump fake, and he was looking for Alvarez on the double move, and Alvarez just got knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, that play didn't have a chance. Jaden Smith jammed him up right at the line, tried to develop a pump fake, but Alvarez wasn't even in a route to throw a fake move on him. Love the play call. If he could get past his man at the line of scrimmage, I think that's 6 for the Mustangs, as Smith didn't have any help over top, but he jammed Alvarez right out of bounds, took him into the white. Play didn't have a chance. 3rd and 1, and possibly 4-down territory.
Well, we are in a tight formation here. It is one heavy package. It's going to be a handoff up the middle.
Big Mike.
That's Big Mike indeed.
And he picks it up. Add that name to the stat sheet.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he is definitely not one of our rushers online right now, but we will add him in there. Great run. Gets enough for the first. Gets an extra yard. So it will be a 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on Foster's 39-yard line. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter.
I'm kind of thankful he didn't get out in the open right there because I don't know if I could have watched that.
I would have enjoyed that immensely. Twin receivers to both sides stacked. Revere offset to Gurdon's right. Revere stays in the block. Gurdon pass across the middle. Austin Alvarez catch. 10, 5, touchdown Friendswood. Austin Alvarez, a little stair step to go get that football. Brings it down for the 6.
That's what you get when you try and have a linebacker cover Austin Alvarez. He sinks off into the flat. Alvarez sneaks in right behind him, turns it straight up the middle of the field for 6 points. Mustangs strike first, 6-0.
Oh, and nobody's more excited than Big Mike. He comes off the field, does a shimmy shake with Coach Harris. He's probably still excited about that 2-yard run he had last time, but regardless, Friendswood's got the 6-0 lead. Alvarez stays in to do the extra point duty as he has done all season. Ooh, that was almost blocked. However, that is going to be good. So we're going to take a quick break here on MCS Sports. 7 for Friendswood, nothing for the Falcons.
Our experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Henry Winston, where the score is Friendswood 7, Foster Falcons 0, 4:03 left here in the first quarter of this crucial District 10 5A matchup. 2 undefeateds. We'll go through the other scores here shortly in the district. One game already played last night. Angleton found a way somehow to beat Terry. It was close, but they do come out on top of that game. Alvarez's kick goes through the end zone and will be brought back for the touchback. So Foster, with 4:03 left, will start their second drive of the game now from their own 25-yard line. Other scores tonight from District 10 5A. Hightower, Hightower is on top of Texas City, 7-0. And at Shadow Creek tonight, the team Friendswood plays next week. Galveston Ball is traveled to Shadow Creek. Galveston Ball is already down 14-0, 6 minutes left in the first. Shadow Creek doing it like they've been doing it all season long. Twin receivers to the right side. Two backs in the backfield with Stubblefield. Oh, Stubblefield wanted to keep that ball, instead hands off to –
that was Johnson right there on the handoff.
Johnson.
No, I didn't think that was a zone redesign right there. I think that ball just got tangled up right there. It looks like he wanted to hold on to it. Lucky he held on to that football and still managed to pick up a gain of 2 right there.
Yeah, that was you're right. That's kind of amazing they did get 2. That ball could have easily been on the turf. Again, Foster comes in this game very balanced. They've got the leading receiver in the district, also have
leading rusher
in the district. So they're a very balanced squad. Not so much quarterback motion as it is just a strong running back and a good receiver. Stubblefield going deep, looking for Ahmed, just a little overthrown.
It's like you had Halada in coverage right there, and it's nice to have Halada out of the backfield and into the secondary. And that's no slight on his running abilities right there, but he has some serious speed, as he showed right there. Halada has done an excellent job in that safety position last year and this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be now 3rd down and 8 for the Foster Falcons. Going to have trips receivers to the right side. So we're going to have Stubblefield and Johnson in the backfield, single receiver to the left. Johnson's going to go out now into the slot. Stubblefield back to pass. Got a man across the middle, overthrows him.
Tell you what, I thought he had Johnson settled in right there in the sticks. He had only had one man over there in coverage, was Tostado, had 2 receivers in the area. I think he could have picked that one up, but went for the home run ball, just a little overthrown instead of playing it safe and picking up the first. Foster is going to trot on the punting unit, and Halada is back there again to receive.
A lot better field position this time, too, for the Mustangs. Halada's already on his own 40. We'll see where this kick takes him. Again, first quarter tonight brought to you by Jenner G and Remax. Little high snap brought down. Kick is a high one. It's going to send Halada back. Oh, no, Halada drops it. Tries to pick it up, but that's going to be still fighting for it. I don't know.
Can't tell. Ball was batted around.
Halada had it, and Foster had it. Halada might have got it back. We'll see.
Friendswood says they have the football, and they do.
Ball. Halada did find a way to get.
Big break, and that is mistake number 1.
Wow.
That's what your punt return coach preaches to you, is to make sure you're coming up to the football. Halada has his heels on the 40, tries to field it at his own 35. The ball is going over his head, trying to catch it like a wide receiver on a deep ball. You want to be in front of that football, able to track it and come up to it. Did not read that one right, and you almost saw it coming from a mile away.
Yeah, by the way, Dane Roney heads up on the fumble recovery there for the Mustangs. Big one, as that would have put Foster in great position. Instead, it's going to be 1st and down for the Mustangs. Twin receivers at both sides stacked up. Zamora with the catch. Oh, Zamora's lit. Stays on his feet. Tell you what, some of the best hits we've seen, some of the best defensive backs Friendswood's going to face.
Yeah, absolutely. And Smith is pretty large for a DB right there, not typical size for what you see in high school. Laid a nice little shot on Zamora, was able to stay up and still pick up a gain of 6. And tell you what, they sent that number 45, Valdez, the outside linebacker, in on a blitz. Nobody touched him. Gurdon showed great poise, was able to get that ball off.
2nd down and 4 now for the Mustangs. Twin receiver to the left side, single receiver to the right. Revere with the handoff. Big Mike, good block. Revere around the right side, 40. Puts his head down, gets to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. This drive will continue. 2:24 left here in the first. Friendswood, a new set of downs.
Big Mike with another crushing blow right there. It looks like the play's bottled up until he flattens his man. It opens up so much space. If he just stays up, he's able to get off that block and at least make Revere adjust his running pattern. But no, sir. Mike flattens him, springs Revere for a gain of 9.
2 backs in the backfield this time is going to – it's going to be a quick out this time to Christian Lee, who drops the pass. Just had a little screen right there, and Lee just flat dropped. I think he kind of got his head looking forward a little bit.
Peeking upfield right there. Love the play call. Fake the run, try and set up the tunnel screen the opposite direction. Lee had some space, just peeking upfield too early, brings up a 2nd and 10.
Alvarez back in the game now for Noah Pallets. Pallets comes back. Saw a lot from Pallets last week against Galveston Ball. Strong runner, just a sophomore. Good future ahead for that young man. Twin receivers to the left side. Tights to the right. Revere with a handoff to the right side. Mike couldn't get the block that time. Had the pull. Revere's going to be brought down for a loss of, we'll say, 3. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 now for the Stangs.
And you could tell that play was coming for a mile away. Big Mike, we've been giving him props all year long, but that one, he was keying the pull. His whole hand was nearly off the ground. You could tell he was rocked back, ready to pull across that line. Foster did a good job of keying on it, knowing where the play was going before it even happened.
You got 2 D-tap, and apparently I'm the only one who saw that. Alvarez could not bring that down, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 13.
Yeah, Smith in coverage again, doing a good job on Alvarez so far tonight. Was in tight with him that whole route. Did pull on the jersey a little bit. Was there a little early? Could have been a hold. I don't think it would have been pass interference, but he did do a good job of releasing, batting that ball down to bring on the punting unit, which is Austin Alvarez.
Get a number of the punt returner here for Foster. He's set up, though, about on the 25-yard line. 1:21 left here in the first. Alvarez gets that kick off. It's going to hit at the 28. It's going to stay right about the 27 is where Foster will get this next drive. Tonight's game is brought to you by Texan Bank. With so many community banks around town being bought out by larger regional financial institutions, Texan Bank is standing strong as one of the last true community banks in Houston. They have a strong commitment to doing the right thing the right way. They're a full-service independent community bank with a friendly neighborhood feel. And their new mobile banking products make it easier than ever to bank at your own convenience. I'd like to be able to say that word correctly. Not to mention they are proud supporters of the FISD and the Mustang football team. Call them at 281-276-1818 or visit them online at texanbank.com. Equal housing lender. Handoff, Cody Johnson up the middle. 5, maybe 6 yards on that carry. Bangs his way through that defensive line for Friendswood.
Yeah, so far that Mustang defense has been doing an excellent job, just as they have all year long. They thought they were going to be hanging the hat on the offense, but the defense has really been the calling card of the Mustangs this year. 2nd and 4 now for the Falcons. Ball's on their own 34-yard line. Again, moving right to left on your computer screen. Twin receivers to both sides. Stubblefield is the quarterback. In with him is Isaac Johnson. Stubblefield back to pass. Now he's going to keep it and run up the middle. He's going to be wow, nice spot. Yeah, did get a nice spot. I think it was there anyway, but they hooked him up by about a yard right there. 1st down, Falcons, a QB draw right there.
So 1st and, well, we're going to move the sticks. Yes, we are. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Twin receivers to both sides for Stubblefield. Again, Isaac Johnson in the backfield, leading rusher in the district so far this season. Stubblefield, quick pass, complete to Ahmed. Nothing to it. 5-yard gain. Simple.
Yeah, Mustangs laying off in coverage right there. Looked like you had Roney outside along with Haynes by the sideline, just sitting in coverage, playing soft. You know, you don't want Roney pressing up on any Foster receivers, but does what he's supposed to do, does his job, brings him down for a short gain of 5.
And that's going to do it here for the first quarter. Friendswood on top of Foster, 7-0. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Motor Trends is a locally owned and operated pre-owned auto dealership that specializes in customer service and one-price selling. The Yarbrough family invites everyone from the Friendswood Clear Lake area to look us up online at motortrendsonline.com, or just come on by and see us on FM 528 on the border of Friendswood and Alvin. We have a great selection of trucks, SUVs, sports cars, and sedans. We support Friendswood Athletics.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where the score is Friendswood 7, Foster Falcons 0 in a critical District 10-5A game. Justin?
I'll tell you what, the Mustangs are smashing it today.
You know what else is smashed? My car. I was rear-ended at a parking lot yesterday. Worst part is they didn't leave a note with their insurance information.
Well, that stinks. But hey, take it over to my friends at Frank's Collision Repair. They are located on 809 West Bay Area Boulevard. Frank's provide excellent, exceptional quality work and great customer service. Best of all, they can walk you through the process and answer all your questions. And remember, if you've been in an accident, don't despair. Just call Frank's Collision Repair.
Oh, just that even rhymed. That was beautiful right there. And I know you and I both know Frank's very well.
Oh, absolutely.
Unfortunately.
Yes,
so is
that
my
is correct.
pocketbook. Jackson on the short run. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4 now for the Falcons. Just underway here in the second quarter. Friendswood on top, 7-0. Foster trying to keep this drive alive. Twin receivers to both sides. Jackson offset to Stubblefield's left. Stubblefield rolls out to his left. Got a man caught. See if I can get a number on that young man. I don't know if that was. That's Cody Jackson, the sophomore receiver. That's enough for a Foster first down. And Justin, again, as you said earlier, Friends was just laying off.
Yeah, and that's smart. You got the lead. It's 7-0. Don't give anything up easy for these Falcons right now. Make them work down the field and tighten up once they get past that midfield mark.
We've seen Friendswood do that a lot this season, that Ben Bedell break. Jackson on the run, trying to get outside. Snow tripped up, and that's going to be a loss of 1.
It's like Jackson Stevens again in the open field. Nearly got by him right there, but stumbled down right behind the sticks. Jackson having himself a nice game so far. Make
sure y'all tune into our halftime show brought to you by Motor Trends of Alvin. We're going to have, well, we have a whole laundry list of guests. Possibly Miss Dana Owen, Communications Director of Friendswood, former Friendswood football player Christian Robinson, and also former Friendswood football player and all-time rushing leader Tyler Page as well for the halftime show. And we have all kind of things going on. First of all,
that's Big Mike in on defense.
That's Big Mike Gibson in on defense. I want to say that first.
And unfortunately, I think he was the one who drew the flag right there. Ripped the young man's helmet right off.
The play was blown up. Thank you, Mike. However, I think he did get overzealous, maybe.
He's a little too excited. Haven't played defense all these years. Just tried to rip the man's helmet off.
It was a face mask.
Clearly.
And yeah, absolutely. Well, the official made the right call there. I'm going to give Mike credit. He got in there quickly.
Yeah, Big Mike got in there quick. Stevens followed as well. Yes. A host of Mustangs at the ball, and boy, they were setting the Falcons up for a tough 3rd down right there. Instead, a 1st down, and the ball will be spotted in the Mustang 34.
I did not expect to see Mike Gibson in at DT, and he's in there again. Handoff of the middle. That's going to be about a 6-yard gain. That time, I believe that was Mario Simmons that time on the run.
Yeah, Simmons is a tough runner, just shooting through that A-gap right there. He had a Mustang hanging on, trying to strip the football out. Simmons keeps the feet moving, picks up a gain of 6. That's just smash mouth football.
So we got Bubba Farrell and Mike in there at the tackles, Hermes and Tinger at the ends. That's a solid front 4 right there for the Mustangs, but Simmons just did some work on him. Simmons again up the middle. Well, they're trying to strip that ball out every time. Not successful. He's going to get 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Simmons looked like he was going to pick up the 1st right there, but the Mustangs rallied to the football, stood him up, drove him back. 3rd and 1, and you got to think this is 4-down territory unless they go drastically backwards right here.
Blaze Hilton comes back in at tackle as Mike gets a quick breather. 3rd and 1, going to go for the pass, going for the deep shot in the end zone. 6 points and a touchdown for Case Parker for the Foster Falcons.
Connor Haynes in single coverage out on the island down to the bottom sideline. Was nowhere to be found. Ball easily lobbed in there. Looked like they had a free play, but I didn't see a flag thrown on the field. QB looked deep, thinking he had that offsides, and boy, did it pay off. Haynes not within about 5 yards of him right there. Tough to do, single coverage with no safety help over the top. And the Falcons looking to tie this up with the extra point.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see that shot coming right there. You're thinking, quick pass if anything. Instead, it's going to be a 7-7 score here. 9:20 left here in the first half. All knotted up at Henry Winston. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Danke at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Danke is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. 9:20 left here in the first half. All knotted up at 7. Other District 10-5A scores from the area in Fort Bend tonight. Hightower on top of Texas City, 7-0. And still in the first quarter in Alvin, Shadow Creek on top of ball, 28-0. Shadow Creek just keeping it loose for their game next week right here. In Justin,
well, it's nearly like they have a bye week.
I mean, we
28-0.
I mean, it's same scenarios last week. They were up 40-0 before halftime. So Shadow Creek, again, makes their first appearance at Friendswood next week. That's one that all Friendswood fans are looking forward to. I'm not sure some of them maybe are because, again, that Shadow Creek is just steamrolling team after team after team. But right now, Friendswood's not any worried about that. They got their hands full right here. Alvarez with a little dipsy-do fake. Got us the same 40, 45-yard line. Gets to the 47. Austin Alvarez, you got to like to see that right there.
Alvarez fields the ball towards the Foster sideline. Zamora comes across, fakes it to him, fools a few Falcons. The Mustangs do an excellent job of setting up that wall on their own sideline. Alvarez shoots through it, nearly broke through past that last line of defense, but still gets the ball to the Mustang 46-yard line. Excellent field position to start this drive out for Gurdon.
9:11 left here in the first half. Gurdon barking it out, face Revere. Gurdon rolls to his right, got Lee off that tight end spot. Lee, nice move, 50, 45, 40. Still on his feet down to the 35-yard line. Nice little shake by Christian Lee.
And an excellent block by Zamora, cracking down on a linebacker. Absolutely flattened him right there.
So it'll bring a 1st and 10 now in Foster territory for the Stangs. Ball is on the Foster 36-yard line. Twin receivers to the left side, twin receivers to the right. That ball is snapped over Gurdon's head, and he has Revere. Well,
what is Revere doing?
Revere falls.
Revere is the only one near the football, falls on it, acts like he's down, and just lets the ball go. This is going to be an interesting call here.
Well, because Foster had the football, however, again, they are going to say he was down with the football.
He was down. Revere needs to tuck that one away, go into fetal position. Instead, the ball, he's laying there. The ball's still on the turf. Wasn't sure what was going on right there.
I don't know if he thought he had more time.
Huge loss.
I don't know what he was doing.
About a loss of 18, exactly back where they started this drive.
So they will be on their own 46. Need to get to the 26 of Foster for the first down. Empty backfield for Gurdon. Gurdon rolls out to his left. Got some pressure. Going to run. Trying to make a move. Trying to get outside his right side. Needs a block. He's going to run out of bounds on the Foster sideline just past midfield. That's going to bring up a 3rd and not forever, but a long way to go.
A long way indeed. Gurdon showing a little bit of speed right there, scampering around, picking up 5 yards. Got to get this ball to the 27-yard line. They are currently on the Foster 49. You do the math.
No. Twin receivers on both sides. Stack them up. It's a long way to go for Gurdon. Revere in the backfield with him. And we're going to take a timeout, looks like here. Coach Koopman will. We'll stay right here. Remind you tonight, second quarter brought to you by Frank's Collision Centers. Your car is smashed, take it to Frank's. And Hometown Bank of Friendswood. Appreciate all the sponsors. Again, halftime coming up here in about 8 minutes of game time. The Motor Trends of Alvin halftime show. Dana Owen, Communications Director of Friendswood, and a couple of former Friendswood football players. If we can get it all to work out, we'll have both Christian Robinson and Tyler Page in here at halftime. Again, that's if all the stars are aligned just right. If not, maybe Justin and I'll just talk some more and do some more wonderful acting like we did for Frank's earlier. And we'll also listen to wonderful MCS music that we have lined up, I'm sure, as well. Again, thanks to everyone for listening in tonight on MCS Sports. Appreciate you guys being with us all season long here. We have this game going live tonight, and then next Friday is homecoming for the Friendswood Mustangs versus the Shadow Creek Sharks. Another matchup that will be very interesting across the state. A lot of eyes in Henry Winston both this Friday and next. We're back to live action, 3rd and forever. Twin receivers on both sides. Gurdon across the middle. Alvarez, can he get it? Puts his hat down.
I think he
does. Close. Oh, they're spotted just short.
Regardless, I believe the Mustangs offense is going to stay on the field right here.
Well, we have the spot on the Friendswood sideline. Had him at the first. However,
I think it's going to be about 4th and a foot.
But a good position here at the 27-yard line.
I imagine, and their offense is going to stay on to pick this up. We'll see what kind of package they bring in.
I like that heavy package we saw earlier. And we're going to see it again as Mike Gibson is in the backfield.
Somebody try and bring him down behind the sticks.
Big Mike ready to go. Mike with a handoff and a first down. Just give it to him. Just give it to him.
Big Mike getting shoved, hand on his back right there. Making sure he picks it up. Who's that, number 14?
Trey Mapp with the shove?
Now, I saw Mapp in there. It just didn't make any sense why Mapp is in the power package. But puts a hand on the back of Big Mike, shoves him forward for a gain of 2. Big Mike, 2 carries, 4 yards. Not a great average, but 2 big plays.
Yeah, you don't need to put a hand on Mike's back. He can do it all himself. Empty backfield, going to have Revere in motion. Got the man on the end around, going to run up the middle, still on his feet, 15-yard line. Gets to the 14. He's in the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. Nice run by Luke Revere. Justin, what's fun about watching Revere on the end around, on the end around, these guys will keep kind of stretching and stretching.
He loves contact.
Revere gets it, almost immediately turns it upfield and puts his head down, just waiting for somebody to get in his way.
Now that's how that little sweep needs to be run right there. Tired of seeing those skinny wide receivers being afraid of contact and scamper out of bounds.
Empty backfield for Garden. Revere again in motion. This time Garden on the keeper. Got a block from Lee. Still on his feet. He's going to take a shot and go down.
That was Zamora on the keeper.
Excuse me, that is Zamora. Thank you.
In the backfield, running that zone read, faking that jet sweep the other direction with Revere. Fools a few Falcons. Zamora, more athletic QB in the ball game, picks up a gain of 7.
Another tight end, Elliott Taylor, comes in the ball game along with. We'll see what kind of package we're going to have here. We're going to have a
stays in the ball game, running that wildcat action.
So it's going to be Zamora with Revere offset to his right, tight bunch formation to the left. Zamora fakes to Revere. Oh, goodness, he is brought down for a sack by the big fella. Nowonka, the U of A's commit, wears number 10 in honor of his favorite Coug, Ed Oliver, but there is a flag. Did he jump early? He was back there fast.
You'd like to think so if you're the Mustangs, because it didn't seem like he ran into much resistance.
I think they're going the wrong direction, though, for that, though, Justin. They're going to back this thing up. Well, it could have been a hole because it did happen so quick.
Yeah, I'm wondering what this is on. It looked like it was thrown towards like the back, near the linebackers. Again, like you said, that play was over so fast. I can't imagine how Mustang could have got a hold in that quickly.
No way. Again, Nowonka comes in at 6 foot 280.
And he is 280.
Yes, he is. One of the top 100 juniors in the state of Texas this season. Already committed to your Cougars, son. That's well, we're still waiting for the call here. And again, you gotta like to see, though, a young man wearing number 10, a D tackle, emulating his game.
Well, it just means you got a little swagger to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He likes the spotlight, so that means.
As does his idol.
No kidding.
Mr. Oliver. I know you know that well. Okay. Well, Friendswood's going to have.
Shot block downfield. That would make sense why it would be
right
towards that linebacking, that second line of the Foster defense.
It's going to move them back to their own 20.
So, yeah, they're going to take it.
2-yard line.
Scratch the play.
So Friendswood will be still looking to get the first down inside the 5, but this is going to be a second down and long from their own 22, so outside the red zone. Garden back in a receiver, twin receivers on both sides, going to sit up Christian Lee. Got him 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Christian Lee. Slick him out of that tight end spot. They saw him against Galveston Ball last week. Release him. This time he stays in there for the screen, and nothing but pay dirt for that young man.
Gotta love the play call right there. You just see the Falcons shoot through that O-line of the Mustangs. They say, you want to be aggressive? That's what you do. Play a little game of chess with them. Let him shoot through the line. Screen was wide open. Lee had nothing but space. All he had to do was run in a straight line to get in that blue Friendswood end zone. 13-7. Good guys.
Absolutely. And I see Christian's dad down there making sure everybody sees him. Hey, we got you. Christian Lee's father. Good job, Christian Lee. Extra point is good. 5:59 left here from Henry Winston. Friendswood 14, Foster 7. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustang's mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium. Score is now Friendswood 14, Foster 7. Appreciate all y'all listening in this evening. We had a little technical glitch earlier, but I'm going to not take any credit for that. That was all a YouTube issue, but thank you, YouTube, for hosting us. But other than that, we're back on the air. And thank goodness for some great technical help. And we're going to give some good shout-outs later because that was nothing that Justin and I did at all to get us on air. Again, we are live here from Henry Winston. Alvarez's kick goes down to 10, 15, 20, 25, brought back to the 31-yard line, and still going.
Still moving. Alvarez with an absolute laser kicking down the field, doesn't give the coverage any time to get down there. No hang time at all. Allowed the Falcons to take that one back and get decent starting position on the 33-yard line.
Again, Ms. Zamora, we appreciate you listening as always. I'm glad we can give you the Friday night low fix, and I'm going to say is this Red Beard 4? We're just going to throw I'm horrible with this, but thank you for listening as well. And anyone else, we'll appreciate y'all listening. We'll give you a shout-out as we go. Justin, I'm seeing your friends chatting in right now. What we're waiting on tonight?
Couldn't tell you, just a bunch of bums spending their Friday night, not in the way they should.
That's millennials. 1st and 10 now for the Foster Falcons. 5:48 hit left here in the first half. Twin receivers to both sides for Stubblefield. Foster looking to answer. Handoff. Up the middle, there he goes, 40, 45, got a mean, 50. What a move right there. That's going to be, I'm going to lost my
Simmons
my
right
shit.
there.
Mario Simmons again.
Simmons, big run, showing that power immediately out of the backfield, just going straight down the A-gap, running right through the heart of the Mustang defense. Takes it into Friendswood territory on the 45.
1st and 10 now for the Foster Falcons. 5:35 left here in the first half. Twin receivers to both sides for Stubblefield. Stubblefield picks that ball off the turf. He's going to roll to his right, still looking for a man. Throws a laser out of bounds, just ready to get rid of that ball. Good pressure that time provided. Was that Hilton, I believe? Yeah, Blaze Hilton.
Blaze Hilton showing some speed right there.
Absolutely.
Chasing him down. Was looking for Parker along the sideline. Didn't have anything there as the Mustangs were in hot pursuit.
2nd and 10 now for the Falcons. Again, they are in Friendswood territory. Ball is on the Mustang 45-yard line. Foster's trying to knot this thing up before this first half is over. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Stubblefield back to pass. Had to get out pressure. Ball's almost intercepted.
Yeah, it looks like that was.
I don't know who that was. I'm sorry. We're going to get a number for you.
Tell right there.
Was that Roney on that?
So I thought it was Roney.
Yeah, I got a 10 and a 12 and
Tell
an 18.
you what, Hermes was coming off that edge quick, and boy, I thought he was held up on the outside.
Remember, 3rd down and 10 now for the Falcons. 5:16 left here in the first half. Officials coming to talk to Coach Koopman. I didn't see a.
I'm sure he wanted that hold. Illegal man
downfield. So I missed the laundry on that one for sure. So that is going to bring up now
They're going to decline, go 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, still from the 45-yard line. Twin receivers to both sides for the Falcons. Big stop here for the Mustangs. Can they get it? Stubblefield barks it out. Back to pass. Pressure. Got a man across the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Looking for Ahmed.
Man, and Hermes is pleading for that hold call.
Absolutely.
Doing some work on the outside, putting pressure on Stubblefield. No call. Regardless, 4th and 10, and the punting unit will trot on.
So Friendswood, nice hold right there for the Mustangs. They're going to get the ball back with plenty of time to do something with. 5:12 left here in the first half.
Looks like they're going to bring Zamora back as well to field this punt with Halata set up with the heels on the 13-yard line.
Snap is back. Nice kick again. Fair catch is signal. However, that's going to bounce to the 10, the 5, and that's going to go in to the end zone. 5:03 left here in the first half. We'll take a quick break. Be right here on MCS Sports.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs.
It's like Gurdon scampers or hands the ball off to Revere, going to the right side. Nothing there, scraping down the line. Foster doing a good job of establishing that line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Revere.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Again, 4:42 left here in the first half of this critical district matchup. We'll update quick scores for you. I know everybody wants to know how Shadow Creek's doing. They just got 35 on the board with 9 left in the second quarter. Oh, by the way, ball has 7 now.
Good for them.
Yes, indeed. 4:20 left here. We got Twins back in the backfield. Gurdon rolling to his left, running for his life, and he's going to go out of bounds quickly. But he's going to get
picks up
just
right around the marker. We'll see if they move him. Looks like they are.
They are, absolutely.
Excellent job by Christian Lee on the outside, having awareness to know that his quarterback is scrambling out behind him. Does a good job of holding that block on Asanuga on the outside, and Gurdon did pick up the first.
By the way, we got some Friendswood royalty in the press box right now. A couple of former Mustangs and current Mustangs. You like how I did that? Ben Redden and Tyler Page in the house, and we'll talk to them at halftime. Stay with us. Twin receivers to both sides. Gurdon is going to be dropped for the loss.
Good night. Number 32,
Ricky
Rich.
Ricky Rich or Richie Rich? Ricky Rich?
Sounds like a cartoon character.
I mean,
regardless,
my God.
comes unblocked on the outside, and that is going to be a huge loss of 9 right there. Going to bring up 2nd and 19 for the Mustangs, and Gurdon took a shot.
Yes, he did.
You could tell he was going to try and throw that thing away. Didn't know what to do with it. Just got down and took one. Big shot.
Got Palace and Revere back there in the backfield for him. More pressure again. Yep, set it up again just like he did last time. Going to have, well, this is going to go not quite as well as the last one, but, again, smart play that time. This was going to go to Pallets out of the backfield. Like you said earlier, Justin, they're going to put that good pressure, let him come in, dump it off. That time, however, Foster was ready.
I like the play call right there. Just ran it to the short side of the field. Didn't have quite enough space for Pallets to get open right there. Near just a gain of 4 right there. 3rd and 15. We'll see if the Mustangs play it safe with the lead, run another screen, or draw. We'll see if they let Gurdon unleash one.
Imagine Foster's going to use one of their timeouts. Well, and they do, because they got a chance here. Big stop here. 3:05 left here. Get the football back, get a chance to put some points on the board. Let me update you on another 10-5A score. Hightower is on top of Texas City, 7-0. And again, well, I'm just going to tell you now, the last Shadow Creek still has just 35. They haven't scored in the last 2 minutes, so that's huge for Galveston Ball over there. Again, and I'm not ripping on Ball at all. Shadow Creek's just that team this year, and again, they're coming in here next week for Friendswood's homecoming. Not sure who scheduled that matchup, Justin. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I'm thinking they just got stuck with a tough draw.
I would say, yeah, absolutely. Either that or that person got fired.
I'll tell you what, this 3rd and 15 is going to be an interesting play call. I say you air it out right here with Gurdon. He has been strong in his arm tonight, been doing a great job of finding Alvarez Lee in open space, and they did pick up the 3rd and 22 for Alvarez last time. So I say let him air it out. Foster has not shown any signs of them stopping the passing game of Friendswood. Let's open it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And you already mentioned the guy who's going to talk about Austin Alvarez. You got to look where he is right there. He's going to be at the top.
Now, Jaden Smith has done a good job of pressing him up at that line of scrimmage. If Alvarez can get that release, the first down is his.
I can imagine you're going to have, looks like Floyd there, the safety, going to help out with Alvarez.
Yeah, he's going to have to. That's a tough throw, though, to Alvarez on the top side of the field.
Yeah, exactly.
He likes to run that comeback route right at the sticks, but a 15-yard comeback all the way across the field. That's asking for a pick six.
You got Zamora in the slot. You got down here, you got the Flu, and you got Christian Lee wide. Revere's in that slot. Excuse me, on the wing. Fluellen goes across. Fluellen on the wheel. He's going to throw to Fluellen. That ball is going to be incomplete. Almost picked. Tipped to the Flu. Flu couldn't quite handle it. And that's going to bring up a fourth down now for the Mustangs.
Love the play call right there.
Exactly. I like that wheel.
Flu motions across from the left side of the top of the field. Has the wheel. Alvarez runs inside. Settles down right at the sticks. Maybe would have had him looking for the big shot. The Flu. Foster just got a hand on it. Flu had a chance to bring it home. Was not able to do so, and Alvarez will do the punting duties.
Unfortunately for Friendswood now, it's going to give Foster, assuming they just give him a fair catch on it, it's going to give him great field position.
And look at this punt return formation. This is interesting. You got two punt returners stacked 20 yards on top of each other.
Well, we're going to have a fair catch at the Foster 42. We have a fan down there talking to the crowd mic. Just so thank you for listening. Oh, they scared him off. I waved him off. I apologize for that. At least they're young girls and they're keeping their mouths clean, because sometimes
this is a family show here.
We try to keep it G here on the Mustang Network. Security went down. Security got hold of them. Thank you. Everything's good now. Back to live action. 2:53 left here in the half. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. There's Simmons again. I've been impressed with Simmons tonight. He's the hard runner.
Yeah, Simmons usually running through that A-gap, this time bouncing it out nearly to the outside between that guard and tackle, still able to pick up about a 4-yard gain with the Mustang D-line doing a good job of holding up the line of scrimmage.
2:35 and counting here for the Falcons on this drive with the half coming up. Friendswood just going to try to do everything they can to keep the 14-7 score. Fake to Simmons. Stubblefield back to pass. Stubblefield looking deep. Oh, goodness, he caught though.
Oh, ball's on the turf.
He did not catch that ball. That was number 2, Cody Jackson. Had it. I thought he might have taken enough steps, but apparently not.
No, I think the ground is what jarred that thing loose right there. It's either that is a tough break right there for Jackson. Just a young sophomore. Had his man beat. Looked like Tostado in coverage right there. Tostado got toasted.
Indeedly do. Cody Jackson, again, just a sophomore. Stubblefield got an arm.
No kidding. Put it right on the money. That was a good shot. He hasn't really shown it off too much tonight, but when he does, he's been on the money.
So big play again here for the Friendswood Mustangs. 3rd down and 6 for the Foster Falcons. Ball's on their own 46-yard line. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Stubblefield rolls to his right. Got a man caught, completed the 43, 40, 35, 30, still on his feet, and going to be run out of bounds at the 20. I guess no late hit. Good.
Well, that was Kelly on Tostado, and Tostado showed some frustration.
Yes, he did.
Took a nice little lick on him right there. And, boy, Hermes was coming off the edge, nearly disrupted that whole play, got chopped down in the backfield, had a potential sack right there. Instead, Stubblefield able to continue the play and hit his man, settled in that zone right behind Roney.
Yeah, Sean Kelly just sat right in there in that spot, and a nice throw by Stubblefield. 1st and 10. Simmons at the middle, 20, 15. Nice cut, 10, 5. Touchdown. Mario Simmons of the Falcons. 24-yard run for Mr. Simmons, and we're an extra point away from this thing being knotted up at the half.
Have you ever drove on the highway at like 3 in the morning?
I do not stay out that late, but I can imagine.
That's what it looks like. Wide open lanes, no cars anywhere.
Yeah,
nothing but space.
He was untouched. No doubt about that. He was untouched. And I'm not happy that you know what 3 o'clock in the morning on the highway is, but we'll talk about that one later. Extra point pending. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is into the band and good. All knotted up here. 1:58 left here. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. Hope you enjoyed that 20-second commercial there. Again, we're 1:58 left here in the first half on the Motor Trends of Alvin halftime show. We may have Miss Dana Owen from the district coming in to talk about what's going on in the district. We will for sure have a couple of current and former Mustangs, however you want to look at it. Ben Redding and Tyler Page. I don't know if you don't know you're going to go on air, but you're going to be on air. So thank you guys both for being here. And do we have Christian Robinson in the house?
We're going to have to call him in.
Christian here on hiatus from McNeese. Unfortunately got injured last week, so I think he'd rather be elsewhere, but he is here, and we're going to try to get him up here as well. For all you Mustang fans, this is a little worm burner kick down the 25-yard line. Going to be returned to the 31-yard line.
Dawson Johnson, a nice little return right there.
Dawson Johnson.
And they were offsides on the kick. Mustang's going to be able to tack on 5 to that one.
Coach Ted Thomas down there with the officials sorting this thing out. Coach Koopman would probably like to get involved in this discussion. And he does.
Mustangs have nothing but time, 1:50, and all their timeouts remaining. This ball should start on the 36-yard line for the Mustangs. That's plenty of time. Not really a factor right now. They can run their normal offense. Clock stops on first downs. Just do what you do.
So Friendswood will start this drive on their own 36-yard line. Again, 1:50 left. Friendswood has all 3 timeouts remaining. So, like you said, Justin, plenty of time here. No rush, no need to panic at all. Twin receivers to both sides. Gurdon has Revere offset to his right. Gurdon back to pass. Got a lot of pressure. He's going to be dropped for a loss. That is going to be a sack by number 22, Kendall Johnson, outside linebacker. And again, Justin, I got to think the defensive line is just so strong for Foster. You're taking up so many guys that the linebackers, some of them are just coming in free.
Tell you what, they got through that line. I really thought it was a screen being set up right there. Just about everybody shot through that line.
Like this one is. It is going to be a screen to Revere. Can he get past one? He does. 35-40, still on his feet. Out of bounds, about the 44-yard line. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the first.
Hutchinson missed his first man right there. Tried to spring Revere. Ended up getting past him, but Hutchinson put his head back down and got to the second level, laid his man out. 3rd and 2 for the Mustangs. We'll see if they bring in that power package, but right now everybody's spread out wide.
Clock stop on the out-of-bounds plays. 1:04 left here in the first half. Empty backfield for Gurdon. Revere in that slot position. Maybe see he's kind of tight on the wing. Maybe he's going to be the end around like we saw earlier. We'll see what they're going to do. Again, Gurdon is by himself. Revere is in motion. Just going to come across the left. Gurdon looks across the middle. Got a man caught. Easy catch that time by Fluellen. And that's enough for the first down. A little short pass. All you need is 2. Get about 5 on that. It's going to be right at midfield. And this drive will continue. 59 seconds and counting. Again, Friendswood does have all their timeouts remaining. Handoff to Revere on the end around. He's going to be brought down by a single tackle. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, that was a good tackle right there. Looked like that was Ricky Rich on the outside, slinging Revere down. Had one man to beat, could not do it. Loss of 1 on the play.
47 seconds left, and Friendswood is going to use a timeout. While they do, we'll let you know about the Friendswood Education Foundation. Did you know the Friendswood Education Foundation just announced they have collected and given out $2 million over the last 19 years to support FISD teacher and all their initiatives within the district. That doesn't even include over the $200,000 that was raised for those affected by Hurricane Harvey. Please continue to support this foundation with the foundation gala tables. They're currently on sale. This year the gala will be February 16th, 2019 at the beautiful Houston Marquee. The Big Fall fundraiser is also the Sporting Clays event right around the corner on October 22nd. Teachers can can always use the help from the Education Foundation. Please support FISDfoundation.com. 2nd and 11 now for the Mustangs. Gurdon back to pass, looking deep, God, that guy's draped all over Alvarez. No flag.
Jaden Smith, again, just locked up in coverage. Been watching this film. He knows Alvarez likes that comeback route coming right to the sticks. Gurdon with a good ball. Just Smith, better coverage.
3rd down and 11 now for the Mustangs. Need to get something here. 42 seconds left here in the first half. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Gurdon back to pass. Oh, my goodness. That's in.
Nope, not intercepted.
Incomplete.
Revere playing some DB right there. Had to switch over, sniffed it out, just one man on it. Tried to fake it to the left, peel back, screen to Revere on the right. One Falcon was there, nearly picked off, and boy, that could have gone for 6 if Revere didn't have his head on a swivel.
Absolutely.
Doing a good job of making sure that ball hit the turf.
That was Christian Barrias on there, just read that perfectly.
Yeah, that was a great job.
That would have been devastating.
And Revere was the only man there. If he catches that ball, he is gone, but Revere goes into DB mode, playing it safe, and the Mustangs will look to pin Foster deep. If they do, I imagine they will take a knee and take it into the half.
So 37 seconds left again. Foster has 2 timeouts, but the field position pending an outstanding return is going to be in Friendswood's favor for sure. And Foster just called a timeout.
Ice the punter.
Yeah, typical. Again, Motor Trends of Alvin halftime show coming up. We do have a confirmation from Miss Dana Owen, Communications Director here in FISD. We have a couple of former players here as well that we will talk to and see what else we have. Again, tonight is the patriotic halftime show here at Friendswood. Always a crowd pleaser. Again, for all those extra little voices you hear on our broadcast, that is a young group of future Friendswood cheerleaders, I believe. Security staying on that, appreciate that. But we appreciate them being here, and the future is bright. So, again, 37 seconds left here, 14-14. I'll get to update a couple of scores for you real quick. In other District 10 5A matchups, it is, Shadow Creek scored again, 42-10. Now on ball, still 4 minutes left in the first half. Hightower on top of Texas City, 7-0. That is at the half. Alvarez back to do the kicking dudes. That's going to be a low snap. That's going to get around. Can he pick it up quick? That is not good for Friendswood. That's the absolute worst thing that could have happened right there. Alvarez never had a handle on that ball, and Foster's going to take over on the Mustang 33-yard line with 31 seconds left.
Good thing they just had to burn that timeout right there.
Now, how does that timeout look?
Terrible.
So they do have one left, though. 31 seconds left here. Got to imagine they're probably about 10 yards or so within field goal range, assuming they've got that kicker. Again,
that is huge right there for Friendswood, especially with Foster getting the ball coming out of the half. And Alvarez nearly broke past that man, just ankle biting right there, nearly got the punt off.
So twin receivers to the top side, single receiver to the right, Stubblefield back to pass, going forward all the way into double coverage. That ball looked like it could have been picked right there, but incomplete.
Tostado underneath. Halada on top. Tostado got his hands on it, nearly had an interception right there. And Foster going for that momentum swing.
So it is now 2nd and 10 now. Again, Foster still has one timeout left if they need it. 24 seconds left on the clock. Ball is on the 33-yard line of Friendswood. 10 to 15 yards, probably at least what they're looking for here to at least get in that field goal range. Man in motion up top, going to have trips now to the right side. Stubblefield rolls to his right. Got a man caught. Made a move, and that's going to be out of bounds. It's Cody Jackson. So he's going to come out of bounds. That's enough for a first down. He's going to be right at the 20.
Man, I thought Hermes got high load right there. Had a man on that right tackle, and the running back came and hit him down low. I thought we were going to get a break there. Instead, the Falcons with a first down right on the edge of that red zone.
18 seconds left here in the first half. Trips receivers to the left side. Simmons in the backfield with Stubblefield. Stubblefield to his left. That ball's going to be incomplete, just short. How to get rid of that ball quickly. Was that Tinger? No, that's Hermes again. And on the pressure.
And looking for Sean Kelly in the flats right there. Ball skips off the turf, hits him in the helmet. Just a little shy. Pressure got to him. The clock's starting to become a factor right here. 13 seconds remain.
Got time for, well, of course, also second and 10 now. So
I think you go 2 shots to the end zone or in field goal if you got the time for it.
2 backs in the backfield, twin receivers on the left side. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Simmons. Guess what? 20, 15, 10. One man to beat. Puts his head down and runs over Bryant Wade, and no flags on the field. That's 6 for Foster.
Man, that is huge. If Wade can bring him down right there, that clock is going to be right around 4 seconds. That's going to bring up an incredibly tough decision for Foster to kick the field goal or take a strike to the end zone, because that would have been the last play of the half. Instead, bowls him over right there. Simmons puts his shoulder right into him. Great run. Play call surprise Friendswood, and Foster's going to take the lead going into half and are going to get the ball coming out.
Well, and exactly, that's what I was going to say. The double-edged sword on that is the fact they also now get the ball, because Friendswood did take that ball at the start of the game. So now Foster's on top of Friendswood 21-14, just 6 seconds left. And like you said, we're 6 seconds away from halftime, but also game time, 6 seconds away from Foster getting the football right back, up 7 here going into this halftime. Other scores, Shadow Creek's now on top of ball 49-10. 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. I'm not making these scores up. That is 49 points in the first half. 2 weeks in a row, Shadow Creek, has scored over 40 in the first half. Texas City again tied with Hightower, and again last night Angleton with the very close game, but yet a win all the same over Rosenberg Terry, 27-22. Again, thank you all for listening tonight here on MCS Sports. Appreciate all the chat we have had so far. Ms. Donna Nelson listening tonight, Tony Ford, Ms. Lamore as always, Red Beard, if I'm saying that right, there's a number 4 in there somewhere. I apologize. Let me know how to say it.
It's Red Beard.
Thank you. And it's going to kick off down to the 19. It's going to be brought back to the 30. 35, Dawson Johnson reverses the field, trying to do anything, and he's going to run into a host of Falcons about the 40, and that is going to do it here for the first half from Henry Winston. Unfortunately for the Friendswood Mustangs, that botched punt leads to 7. Halftime score from Friendswood. It's the Mustangs 14, the Foster Falcons 21. We'll be right back here with a plethora of halftime guests here on MCS Sports. We'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Network.
There's a lot at stake this November.
36 governorships.
35 Senate seats.
And all 435 House seats are up for election. If only 50% of voters show up, it would be the highest midterm turnout in a century.
Learn more and get involved at iamavoter.com.
3, 2, 1. Oh no. Which button am I?
When every second counts, you can't wing it.
Guys, a little help up here?
In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So make a family home fire escape plan. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year so everyone knows what to do when they hear. Prepare your family at ready.gov/fire drill. Brought to you by FEMA, the Ad Council, and Make Safe Happen.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Foster just scores before the half to go on top 7-0. Again, appreciate everyone listening in tonight to our MCS Sports broadcast, brought to you by Pinnacle Construction, Hometown Bank of Friendswood, Jenner G, Remax, and, of course, the Motor Trends of Alvin halftime show. Right now, I tell you what, this halftime, we're going to have more celebrities than we have had so far this season. We're always lucky to get one great guest. We have at least three, and I think a fourth is on his way. But right now, we are joined by the communications director of FISD, Miss Dana Owen. And Miss Dana Owen, before we start, I'm going to say thank you, because without you, what we're doing right here wouldn't even be happening. So thank you very much.
Well, I'm so glad that you said that, because I was just about to say thank you to you. I have heard so many people talking recently about what a great job you and Justin are doing with MCS Sports, and it's so exciting to hear that hometown broadcast. So we're really excited about this.
Well, absolutely. Well, we love it. And I tell you what, these students who, we give shout-outs every game at the end of the game. We couldn't do without them. Matter of fact, tonight we had a little YouTube glitch. Never fear.
That's right.
It's fixed. And here we are live, and everyone's going to listen to us now. So, again, these guys are the heart and soul of this, and all we do is just talk football. So we're lucky to do it.
That's awesome.
Obviously you're here not in your role of communications director, besides, of course, being a huge fan of the Mustangs. Right. What I want to know, just kind of tell us what's going on in the district right now, what's big coming up, and what can we look forward to?
Yeah, well, October is the busy month. Tomorrow we have Kleinfest. That's always an exciting time, and it's going to be perfect weather for Kleinfest from 9 to 2. And then I think they have a fun run. It kicks off at 5:30 to end the day. So you can get that in right before the Astros game. That'll be exciting.
Absolutely.
And then next week is homecoming week. So homecoming is a big deal here in Friendswood, and we have the Friendswood School Museum opened up on Thursday right before the parade. So stop by there. And I don't know if you've had a chance to go to the museum, but it's unbelievable what they've done with that museum. So our parade, that's an exciting time. I think they shut down the street about 6:15 to get the parade going. And this year we are honoring the distinguished alum, and we have about 5 different people that we're honoring for all the things that they've done here in Friendswood. And then, of course, Friday's the big homecoming night. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's in that game, we've been talking about it throughout, playing Shadow Creek next week. A team similar to this one right here, undefeated, coming in. Matter of fact, we just heard the score there at 49-10 at halftime. It's going to be a battle, and of course we're hoping the Friends will be 3-0, and so will they.
That's right.
At that time. But regardless of what's going on the field, the homecoming extravaganza is a week long, and it's been as long as I've been a Friendswood.
It is a week-long event, that's
yes.
for sure.
And of course tonight's patriotic halftime, which is always a fan favorite as well.
Sure is. We love to see it, and want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We have a packed stands. Absolutely. And yeah, it's a good game. Hopefully we'll pull it out in the second half.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely will. And so now you can go from communications director to being another fan again.
That's right.
We definitely need that tonight. So, Dan, again, you're always welcome to join us anytime.
Thank you.
You don't need an invitation. Feel free to drop in.
Awesome.
If something's going on in the district, let us know about, or you can come up and share it with us. But we appreciate all you do for the district.
Will do. Thank you, Kirk.
Absolutely. Again, that's Dana Owen, the communications director of FISD. We'll be right back here on the MCS Sports broadcast. Talk to some former and current Mustangs. We'll be right back.
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff, show your school spirit with your very own Mustang's mascot card. Visit jscfcu.org for more information on the mascot cards and our other products and services available. JSC Federal Credit Union, home of the Friendswood High School Mustang mascot card, with 2 Friendswood branch locations.
MCS Live halftime show. Joining me, famous Mustangs on both levels, Tyler Page and Ben Redding. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Doing great. It's always great to be back in Friendswood.
That's what I was going to ask you. So how does it feel to be back in your hometown, seeing the boys play?
I mean, it just brings you back, like makes you want to play one more game. But I mean they're killing it. So I mean that's always good to see. But
absolutely, the Friendswood is off to a solid start this year, still undefeated and trying to stay that way. But you got to tell me, what is it like playing college football? Does it compare to playing in front of all of your friends and family in your hometown?
I'd have to say that college football is definitely way different than high school. There really is nothing like playing in front of all your friends and family that you've grown up with throughout your whole life. And Friendswood is also a special atmosphere because it's always going to be a packed stadium no matter what. And it's not always the same in college. So,
yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't realize that you know, in high school sometimes you actually get maybe not more people, but the stands are always filled in Friendswood.
Mm-hmm.
You have great support year after year, regardless of the record. But Friendswood is consistently going to the playoffs, always have a solid team. And that brings me to my next question. What team was better, my team or your team?
My team.
Oh, well, we can just look at the record, and we can also look at the playoff runs.
Okay,
and
playoff runs. Okay.
Yeah, so me and Ben, we touched the third round.
Right,
and
I
you didn't.
I never made it to the third round. This is true. Probably
facts.
Probably the better competition. You know, it's got a little watered down by the time you guys were seniors.
Oh yeah, it was watered down whenever we moved up to 6A.
This is true. Now, I did play a couple years in 6A myself. You forget this, but that's all right. Okay, so both of you guys play wide receiver, correct? Ben, would you say you're a wide receiver or a tight end?
They moved me to tight end. So when I went in, I played receiver in high school, obviously, but they decided to put some weight on, and I've been playing tight end up there. So.
Okay. Are you able to actually block somebody now? Gonna beef up a little bit, put some muscle on?
That's still up for debate. I'm still learning that, but I mean, I'm learning every day. So maybe by the end of the year, I'll be able to block someone.
I will say this.
Looking forward to it.
Ben has had to play some receiver for us at SMU and learn the plays because we had some injuries. So he's learned two positions.
Yeah, that's
SMU.
It's definitely tough to do. It's already hard enough to know what you're doing at your one position coming in as your first year, let alone learn two. I know guys that still don't know the play calls at Houston, and they've been there for 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's definitely interesting. It can be difficult for some people. So do you like playing the tight end position or wide receiver position more?
I mean, I think both positions bring different aspects out of the game. Tight end, you can be a lot more physical, but I mean, when they moved me back to receiver a couple weeks ago, it kind of brought me back to my roots from high school, and I kind of just ran away with it, and I enjoyed that a lot. But I mean, I can't really put a finger on it. I enjoyed both. So I mean, right now it's wherever they put me, I'm kind of just putting a smile on my face and going with it.
Yeah, now it's definitely a different position. I think you're going to play tight end, you're going to gain about 20 pounds and got to grow a full beard out. If you're a wide receiver, you know, shave your arms and legs and wear out the all whites with the gloves and everything else and all the armbands. It's just a tight end's more of a big man's game, blocking up there with the big boys, having to handle people who are 280 pounds on the outside. All right, so I am a student at the University of Houston who you will play later this year.
November 2nd.
So what's the game plan? You guys feeling confident about that one?
We take it 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2 lanes on
Good
the
answer.
radar.
Good answer. 2 lanes on the radar. Not worried about Houston. 1 game at a time. Couldn't get anything out you for that one. I appreciate that. I got some more questions for you coming from Kirklow.
All right, I just wanted to ask you guys one thing real quick. You know, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, both of you guys got the touchdown in that game. I know, Tyler, that's not your first college touchdown. Well, that was your first. Okay. And I know, of course, it was Ben for you. What a thrill was that? You know, how did that feel? And, of course, the fact that y'all both got on the same game was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely pretty nuts. I mean, I think going into it, when we both scored, I mean, we always joke around in practice, like if either of us get a catch, like we always say, like Friendswood power or something silly like that. And I think after you scored first, he scored first, I was like trying to hawk him down when he was coming off the field, but he's getting amped up and celebrating with everyone. And then I scored, and then I think we met up after the game. We reenacted a picture we took in high school, and it was just really cool that we can still do it as Mustangs.
Whenever Ben scored right before halftime, I was like on the sidelines yelling, Friendswood, Friendswood. All my teammates thought it was funny.
That's great. I mean, what a thrill, and like I said, it's so great that you got to do it on the same game like that. You know, another thrill for you guys had to be going to Michigan this year. I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, but to be in that environment is not something. I mean, you play in front of 8,000 here, and it's phenomenal. It's so much love. But to see a venue like that, it's got to be a thrill of a lifetime.
I mean, that's what you dream as a kid. Like when you're growing up playing the college video games on your Xbox and like watching it on TV, and then you're standing on the sideline and they do a flyover and you get the chills. It's like just brings you back to like everything you've ever worked for. And it was just really humbling to have 110,000 people watch you play football, which was nuts.
And did it feel like 110,000? I mean, it's even hard to say, isn't it?
I will say that was definitely the most people we've played in front of, but it really didn't feel any different than any other game. I mean, whenever the crowd gets loud, I mean, it's loud, and you just zone it out and play the game.
Sure.
But I will give props to UCF last week. They had a better crowd than Michigan did.
Excellent.
Yeah. During warm-ups, I would say they were even louder than Michigan the whole game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let me ask you guys a question. I mean, obviously, like I said, college football, Division I, the top level, just what a thrill, something you dream about. But is there still a part of you that misses some of this, though?
Oh, yeah. Every day. Well, not every day, but, like, when some of the days that are really you're grinding it out and you're, like, really contemplating, like, I don't know if I can do this today. You just kind of think back, like, man, what would it be like to run on Henry Winston one more time? But, I mean, you work for it, and we signed up for it, so you just put a smile on your face every day and go to work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to miss high school football, just like Ben said, and it'll have a special place in my heart. But college football, it still has that same feeling at times. It's a little bit more of a job, and there's a lot more hours, a lot more hard work than high school, but whenever you get out on the field, you get that same feeling.
No, absolutely. And so how does it feel now to come back and see some of these guys that both of y'all played with, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, how does it feel? It's almost as an elder now to these younger kids.
I played with only a few of these guys because I'm 2 years older than them, but it's really cool to see those kids grow up and be the leaders of the team and be the guys that are making plays out on the field. And that's something that happens every year here at Friendswood, is just there's always going to be those senior leaders that step up and make plays that you wouldn't expect them to make. So
yeah, I have to agree with Tyler on that. Like Austin Alvarez, for example, I remember my junior year, he got moved up into 7th period as a sophomore, and he was real quiet, didn't talk to anyone, and now he's one of the big playmakers on the team, and he's a leader, and it's just really cool to be able to watch someone grow up. It's not like only on the field but off the field, so that's cool to watch.
No, absolutely. Well, guys, I'm going to give Justin one more question, then we'll let you guys go and become fans again. But I just want to say thank you both. Love watching both y'all play, not just even here, but junior highs and just you guys epitomize Friendswood football, and you're the face of Friendswood too, not just from the past, but for the future. You guys are always going to be there. So thank y'all for what you did, and congratulations, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Even it gets U of H, so I'm going to have to. Good luck to you guys. We'll see how that one plays out. Justin, why don't you wrap this one up?
All right, you got it. And again, thank you guys for coming on. Just one more question for you. Who is the better receiver?
Who's the better receiver?
Who was or who is?
Yeah.
Who is? Quit living in the
Who
past.
is right now?
I would definitely say Tyler.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
100%. He's got, I'm not making any excuses, but he's got a couple more years under his belt at college receiver, and it's just a whole other technical aspect of the game. And he's really epitomizes hard work every day, and it shows off not only in practice but in the games. Like if it's a 5-yard hitch or a 92-yard touchdown, he's always where he's supposed to be.
Well, thank you, Ben. I'll have to say Ben surprised me this year converting to a tight end. Not a lot of people were sure if he was going to be able to step up to that position and be physical enough and learn a college offense and adjust to college life, but he's done a great job adjusting and gaining weight and working hard, and he's also he's taken a lot of pride in all of his assignments on the field, whether it's special teams or on offense. He's done a great job of helping our team this year. So.
Just an example of the blue line.
Yeah, we're just a part of the blue line.
Stay strong. And Ben, I'll give you one more chance. Who is the better collegiate athlete, you or your sister?
Sarah Redding squats 315, so.
That is what I hear.
I think she's established herself as a legend up at Tech. And
so only time will tell.
Yeah, only
no,
time.
I'm nowhere near where she is now.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to have a legacy like her someday.
Wonderful. Well, guys, it was great having you on. A couple of Friendswood legends and potential SMU legend. We'll see how it plays out. We're going to take a break, and then we will get back to the ball game.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Danke at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Danke is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
Welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where the halftime score is the Foster Falcons 21, your Friendswood Mustangs 14. Bands just coming off the field. Again, the patriotic halftime show is always a crowd pleaser. We're going to run through a few stats real quick and get you guys ready here for the second half. Justin, what you got for the first half?
I got Luke Gurdon, 11 for 17, 158 yards, along with 2 scores. Luke Revere, not the typical night he is used to, 10 attempts for 21 yards. Had that loss of 18. That one hurt him, had to fall on the football. That's going to hurt his average. Alvarez having another nice evening, 4 for 82 and a touchdown. Christian Lee, 2 catches, 40 yards receiving, and a score as well.
Yeah, not the typical stats we're used to hearing for the Friends of Mustangs. Again, that's all the credit to Foster Falcons. Again, there's a reason that they're 3-2 with 2 losses to state-ranked teams, and of course 2-0 in district. This is the game that it's lived up to its hype. I mean, these are 2 quality opponents that I don't anticipate this game doing anything but going down to the wire tonight. And unfortunately, for Friendswood, that botched snap on the punt cost them 7 there at the end. And the other unfortunate issue is not only was that 7, but Foster now gets the ball back here to start the second half. And Justin, what I'm seeing too from Foster is I'm seeing their confidence grow throughout this game.
Well, yeah, absolutely. The Mustangs have really, I thought, have somewhat dominated the ball game.
Yes.
And really a couple crucial mistakes have given Foster the lead. And hopefully they can come out and get this stop right out of the gate. But when you have a team or 2 teams that are similarly matched, the turnover battle and big penalties, that's really what's going to dictate the ball game.
Yeah,
and if Friendswood plays a clean second half, I really do think they're going to come out on top.
In other scores, just to update you again, it is 7-3 Hightower over Texas City in the third, and it's halftime. Thank goodness for Galveston Ball as they are down to Shadow Creek at the half. 56-10. 56-10. Shadow Creek starters will be well rested for the ball game next week here for Friendswood's homecoming. And that's all I'm going to say about Shadow Creek. Alvarez gets the second half underway. Short kick down to the 5, 10, 15, return to 20. Little cut, 25-30. Oh, the ball is on the turf, but they're going to say the turf caused the fumble. That was Jaden Smith who returned. Jaden Smith had a nice game, both return-wise and, of course, more importantly, on that defensive back position.
I'll tell you what, and yeah, Luke Revere with an excellent special teams play right there, taking down the elusive Smith in the open field. But no, you're right. We've seen Alvarez have his way throughout the season, and Smith has definitely given him the most trouble he's had all year. That being said, 4 catches, 82 yards in a score.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of Austin Alvarez, he looks older today.
He does. Happy birthday, Austin Alvarez.
That was it. That was it. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons. Ball's in their own 30-yard line. Going to be dropped for a loss. You see that Simmons or Jackson on. That's going to be Simmons again. Mario Simmons going to be brought down for a 2-yard loss.
Ryan Helton all over that one. Just did not have a chance to get away from him. That's how you want to start the second half.
Absolutely.
Set the tone. Excellent play by Helton.
Again, thanks everyone for listening tonight at MCS Sports. We have a great chat going on. Thank you, Goomba772. Once a Mustang, always a Mustang indeed. Appreciate you listening tonight. Yes, sir. Quarterback on the keeper, 30, 35. A Stubblefield going to be knocked out of bounds right at the 34-yard line, they're going to say, and the clock actually is going to continue to run. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5. Looks like for the Falcons. Again, just underway here, 11:03 left here in the third quarter.
Man, Tinger really shot up the field right there to give Stubblefield a lane. Could not shut it down in time to bring him down to the line of scrimmage. Instead, picked up a gain of 6. 3rd and 6, Falcons.
Friendswood fans on their feet. Stubblefield rolls out, got a man caught, but it's going to be short. Going to be about 3 yards short. It's going to be Cody Jackson out in the flats.
Big stop right there for the Mustangs. Going to make the Falcons punt on that opening drive. A 3-and-out. Roney out in coverage, doing what he's supposed to do, playing soft coverage, wrapping his man up in the open field, bringing him down short of the sticks.
So it'll bring up a 4th down and 4 now for the Falcons. Friendswood will get their first chance to put some damage on the board here. 10-19, getting just underway here in the third quarter. Colton Halata, the lone man back. to return this punt. So far, we've seen a lot of good distance tonight from this Falcon punter. Got another good lick off there. Halada's going to field it at his own 26-yard line, trying to get around the left side. Can be brought down at the 26. Really nowhere to run that time for Colton Halada. So Friendswood will start this drive. Actually, they're going to give him 1 yard gain and be on their own 27. Tonight's third quarter brought to you by Remax and by Pinnacle Construction. Appreciate all the sponsors. You know, we mentioned Austin Alvarez's birthday. Justin, somebody else has celebrating a birthday today.
My grandpa. Wonderful grandpa. Papa, happy birthday, the big 80. Hope you're living it up tonight.
Absolutely. Dwayne Lowe, appreciate you. Hope this is a party night all night long for you. That man gave me my gift of gab right there. Revere around the right side, still on his feet, got a first down and then some. And by the way, Dwayne, if you're listening, your granddaughter says happy birthday too. Shout out from Lauren. And if you're not listening, it's because it's 8:50 and you may already be getting ready for bed, but we love you all the same. 9:45 left here in the third quarter. Friendswood driving 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Twin receiver to the left side, tight end Lee to the right. Revere toss to the left, still on his feet. Revere with about a 6-yard gain on that play is brought down by Ricky Rich.
Revere starting off the second half a lot better than he did in the first. Just really couldn't get going. Had a couple of nice runs, but just negated by a lot of runs going the wrong direction.
Yeah, again, you're right. Revere is running hard right now. Got to like to see that if you're a Mustang fan. Friendswood trying to tie this thing up on this drive. Revere again around the left side. Got some good blocks. Oh, he's tripped up in the backfield that time. Looked like number 86, Tavion Fisher, squirted in there. And he's going to be short of the first. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs.
And I think you just give it to Revere again right here. Has already picked up over 20 yards on this drive.
Now, or do you go jumbo?
Jumbo has worked 2 times in a row, and they bring on Trey Mapp, which is some reason in the jumbo package. There's not a whole lot of jumbo about Trey Mapp.
They also brought in Sean McHenry for the guard to take Mike Gibson's spot as Gibson's back there. Gibson with the handoff. Gibson does it all, and I tell you what.
Yeah, he looks really close to the sticks.
Close.
Line judge coming right at the sticks. They need to get to the 50. Shadow Creek says they're short. Friends would say they got it. And, boy, it's going to be close.
Well,
I think he's going to be a bit shy.
First of all, Foster's acting like he stopped. I mean, they're pointing the other direction.
Like
it's 3rd down. It's a 3rd down play.
Yeah, you hold the fist up for 4th.
You might want to put your
not a turnover.
Absolutely.
Right there.
So here we go. Now it's 4th, and it is going to be 4th and a foot.
A foot. Move the ball a foot. It's a 1st down. Give it right back
Absolutely.
to him. Big Mike fall forward. Pick it up.
Handoff is, oh, goodness, there he goes.
Stumbling, rumbling, fumbling, Big Mike
yes,
1st
indeed.
down. And not much more. He got it, but he knew what he needed to get. And I would have lost a lot of money on the over-under of carries Mike Gibson would have tonight.
Agreed. And not one Foster player signals 1st down the other way because that is a first for the Mustangs. And Mike stays in the game, this time at his more natural position of guard. So Friendswood, fresh set of downs. Ball's just inside the 50-yard line of Foster territory. 7:45 left here in the third quarter. Revere in motion on the end around. Revere's, that's some more on the keeper.
That play fooled me a little bit, as well as the Falcons, but they were still able to bring him down for a minimal gain. Looks about 3 yards. Went with the jet sweep across. Had a lot of Falcons flow that way. Zamora keeps it up the middle.
Gurdon's going to stay. Nope, now Gurdon's going to come back in. Zamora will stay in and see who's coming off right now. I don't see anyone coming off. Receiver already slipped off, so you got Zamora staying in there, Fluellen. Alvarez as well. 7:07 left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on the Foster 47-yard line. Revere in the flats. Codd dropped.
Looking for just slipping him out on that out route right there. Gurdon put it on him. Revere hit him right in the hand. Just couldn't bring that one home.
Yeah, maybe turned up the field a little too quickly was Luke Revere. 6:57 left here now. Big 3rd down for the Mustangs.
Man, that is the 3rd drop of the night for the Mustangs, and not by the people who are usually dropping footballs.
That is true. So 3rd down and 7. Ball is on the Foster 47-yard line.
And that's really a big drop. Would have brought about a 3rd and 3 and possibly 4-down territory, but for 3rd and 7, you're not going to be going for it 4th and 7.
And we're going to have a timeout by the Foster Falcons. They're going to take one to make sure they got the right defense set here. We'll take one with you. 21-14 Foster, 6:57 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. 6:57 left here in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs, big 3rd down play, 3rd and 7. Ball is on the Foster 47-yard line. Gurdon back to pass, got a flag. That is going to be a false start on the Mustangs. That one couldn't have come at a worse time. Is that going to back him up to a 3rd and 12 now on this play?
Tell you what, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world right there. You had Dylan Clark flying in off the edge. It looked like Gurdon was about to take a shot. Good thing that play was called dead off the false start. 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs. And watch for Alvarez along those sticks on the comeback route. But I will say Jaden Smith has been breaking his film because he knows what Alvarez likes to run. He's been playing him tight all night long. He's, again, right there. Not quite press coverage, but right beside him. Gurdon goes across the middle. That ball was tipped and intercepted. And number 13, Code Lubajaski. Hadn't called his name tonight, but he gets a big pick there. Off the deflection, Gurdon looking for him across the middle. Just got his hand up. That's what you do when you're a D lineman. You can't get the pressure to the quarterback. You read his eyes. You try and time it. You get your hands up. And unfortunately for Friendswood, it led to an interception. Like I said at halftime, these teams, I really think they're pretty evenly matched. And if you're Friendswood, you're taking penalties and turning the ball over, you're just not going to come out with a win tonight.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons. Ball is on right at midfield. Twin receiver to the right side. Stubblefield pass complete, 45-40.
I think that's one is going to come back for a hold right there. Looks like it's going to be on Sean Kelly. And, man, the Mustangs are playing some seriously soft coverage right there. Trey Mapp and Connor Haynes on that Mustang sideline in coverage, trying to lock up Kelly and Ahmed. Luckily for the Mustangs, that's going to be coming back with a hold on Kelly.
And they have done a good job on Ahmed most of the night. I mean, he comes in as a lead receiver.
He has been quiet
really
considering his usual production. And the Mustangs have just gotten beat a couple times deep tonight, and that's really been it.
So that will back up the Falcons to their own 48-yard line. Again, Foster on top, 21-14, 6:42 left here in the 3rd quarter. Twin receivers to the top, single receiver to the left, to the right, Stubblefield back to pass. Stubblefield goes across the middle, got a big man caught. It's going to be short of a 1st down, but picks up the majority of it. That's going to go to Cody Jackson again. It's been a favorite target of his all night long.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 3 now for the Falcons. Hand off to Simmons. Be brought down by a host of Mustangs that time. Nowhere to go for Mario Simmons.
And Jackson Stevens was all over that one from the start. Was watching him from the start of the play. Saw that hole open up. Stutter step to the right. Blasted through that B gap and took him down for a loss. Stevens has been all over the place tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Very
just
aggressive.
a sophomore.
Very aggressive tackle, too. You got to like to see that. 3rd and 6. For the Falcons, ball is inside Friendswood territory at their 46-yard line. Friendswood fans, you hear on their feet. And we are going to have a flag.
I believe that's going to be a false start.
You are correct. And again, these penalties.
You chalk that one up with crowd noise.
Okay. You got it. I like it.
The Friendswood faithful.
Absolutely. We need to get more of them on their feet here. There's a few getting up and need to have more. And you hear them now. 5:21 left here in the third. Foster looking for a 3rd and 11. Ball's on their own 49-yard line. Crowd getting louder and louder. Stubblefield back to pass. Got a man. That is. Did he catch that ball?
If he caught it, it's a first down.
What a catch. If that's complete.
That's Jackson. I find that hard to believe that thing was caught. Looked like it was trapped from up here. But the side judge has a better view than I do, and they're actually going to mark him.
Oh, 4th.
Wow, they're gonna move the sticks, but the ball was placed shy of them. I would like to see a measurement on that. Now, granted, I thought he had the first down.
Yeah. Well, regardless, the ball was on the Friendswood 40.
Taking a play out of the Mustang playbook, running the comeback route was Jackson right at the sticks, picks it up.
Handoff this time up the middle. Looks like we have a new tailback in this time. Looks like Xavier Smallwood, sophomore, another sophomore. This roster is just dotted with sophomores for a strong Foster team that went deep in the playoffs for the last several years.
Yeah, it's always great to have a stable of running backs. You get to bring in a fresh one. Sometimes that's better than your number one guy when his legs are tired.
Absolutely. Twin receivers to the right side. Fullback motions over to the left. Handoff at the middle again. This is going to be Jack Johnson, and he is still running. He's going to get down inside the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone.
23-yard gain right there for Johnson. Big hole opened up in that B gap on the left side. Oh, boy, he took advantage, shot through, broke a tackle. Ball is on the 17-yard line for the Falcons. You can kind of feel the energy being sucked out of the stadium right now.
Okay, we need some more fans to get on their feet, get excited. Foster 1st and 10 from the Friendswood 17. Boy, the Mustangs can't break here. Need to stop them. Johnson on the end around left side. Going to get about 4 yards on that. Again, thank y'all for listening now to MCS Sports. Goomba 772 coming in from Nacogdoches. Appreciate you listening on there. And Tony Ford, as always, appreciate you listening as well as Miss Zamora. Love having you listening. Love watching your boy play some football here. Right now we need some more of him and less of Foster as they are. Friendswood is down 7. Foster's knocking on the door to put a 2-score lead in this game. Hand off to Johnson. No, fake. That pass gets intercepted. 10, 20. He floated that ball, and that was intercepted
Connor
by
Hayes.
Yes, sir.
Jumped the route. He was looking for Sean Kelly. Ball hung in the air. Haynes caught it, had some space, just clipped up. Boy, he saw some green in front of him. Got ankle bit from behind, but Haynes, the bend don't break.
Yes,
defense
sir.
of the Mustang shows itself again. Haynes with a huge momentum swing. If the Mustangs can put some points up on the board here, we have ourselves a ball game. The momentum was shifting. They were about to be up 2 scores. The Mustangs have the ball back and are now looking to tie this thing up.
Haynes might have the play of the game if this thing keeps going in Friendswood's favor. Gurdon back to pass, almost tipped again, but it's caught by Zamora. He's a spinner for about 3 yards. Again, Gurdon's pass almost tipped again. Those defensive linemen aren't tall. I mean, they're both 6 foot tall, but the reach they have, it's just, and again, Gurdon's not the tallest of quarterbacks. We haven't really seen that this year with too much problem for the defensive line, but we've seen a little bit tonight. Looked like Nwanko in there at a time with his hands in Gurdon's face. Trips receivers to the left side, handoff to Revere. Around the left side, little Revere goes 30, 35, first down for Luke Revere.
Yeah, Revere is really starting to get going in this half, already surpassing his yardage total from the first half. And the Mustangs have really relied heavily on the run in this third quarter, only 4 yards passing and an interception so far for Gurdon. They have hung their hat on Revere in the third.
2:10 and counting here in the third quarter. Friendswood down 7. This is going to be handoff this time to Pallets. Pallets around the right side going to be brought down for a 1-yard loss.
Lobajaski again with his hands all over it in the second half.
You like saying that, don't you?
A little bit.
That's a good name. Twin receivers to the left side for the Mustangs, 2nd and 11. Clock ticking down. The tail end here of the third quarter. We're about 13 minutes left in this ball game. Friendswood down 7. Need to keep this drive alive. Trips receivers to the left. Gurdon across the middle. Got Zamora caught. 45, 50. Stay on your feet. 45, 40-yard line. Run out of bounds. They're going to mark him right at the 40-yard line. Nice job by Zach Zamora of yards after the catch.
Gurdon put that ball in some serious traffic, trusting his receiver to go get it across the formation. Zamora stayed with it, let that ball lead him and carry him to the sidelines and broke it up for a nice reception after the catch. A nice carry, 24 yards on the play. The Mustangs in Foster territory.
1st and 10, 126 left. Revere tossed to the left side. He's going to get about 3 and slam to the ground.
Yeah, Foster was all over that play, set the line of scrimmage, made Revere keep scraping and scraping, put his head down, still able to pick up 3 yards, a decent gain on the play.
Hightower's now on top of Texas City, 17-3 in the third quarter. Still halftime at Shadow Creek, and ball is there up 56-10 over Galveston Ball. And again, your score right here, 21-14, Foster on top of Christian Lee. Christian Lee's going to throw the ball. That's going to be a long and incomplete.
Oh, boy, that thing looked like it was interception.
Woo,
and Jaden Smith is pleading his case. He had that ball, thought he came in bounds.
I think he fell down out of bounds with is what he did.
And Christian Lee, you had so much space out in front of you on the reverse.
Coach said, hey, we're going to run this play, and we're going to use you as the pass. And I mean, he did it.
It was Alvarez in single coverage out there with Jaden Smith, who's done a good job on him all night. But Lee, man, he had space to at least get inside the red zone right there. 3rd and 7, would have easily had a first down with his kind of speed, but was looking for Alvarez, had his mind set on throwing that football from the start.
Twin backs in the backfield. Oh, got a little movement up front. Surely we got a flag. I don't see one, though. Gurdon rolls to the right side. No one's out there. Now he's got some more deep. He's going to be incomplete. Could have sworn we had an offsides that time for that left end. But
a little wonky coming off. Looked like he moved. And looked like we had a little jump as well after that from James Davis just reacting to it. The play looked a little off from the start.
Yeah.
Still the play carried on. Gurdon had some space to roll out.
Oh, man.
But he had that Mike linebacker spying him. If he didn't have him, Gurdon could have rolled out for the first down. If he decided to keep his feet, I think he would have been about 3 yards short. But instead, from the 37, that's risky territory to go for it. They're going to bring on Alvarez.
Foster's going to line up inside their 10 to return this kick. Alvarez's kick is short and high. Going to hit at the 15, take a Foster bounce. Now a Friendswood bounce, going to be down right at the 17-yard line of Foster. So good position for the Mustangs. Unfortunately, it's not their ball. We'll take a quick break here on MCS Sports. Foster 21, Friendswood 14.
Motor Trends is a locally owned and operated pre-owned auto dealership that specializes in customer service and one-price selling. The Yarbrough family invites everyone from the Friendswood Clear Lake area to look us up online at motortrendsonline.com or just come on by and see us on FM 528 on the border of Friendswood and Alvin. We have a great selection of trucks, SUVs.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium. We got another play here in the third quarter. That's probably going to do it. That was Isaac Johnson on the run. Gets about 4 yards down that carry. That's probably going to do it. Foster's in no hurry to run this last play of the quarter. We'll take one more quick break here, get a few more ads in. It is 12 minutes left here from Henry Winston. Friendswood down 7. Needs to get a score. Right now they got to get the ball back. 21-14 Foster. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service Ad Council and your state forester.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And welcome back here from Henry Winston, guys. We are 12 minutes away from this ball game being over. One of these teams going home with a first district loss. Right now, Friendswood is down 7. Foster, second and 7 inside their own 20. And that's going to be bottled up for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. However, they're going to get to their own 24. And for Friendswood, this is a big third down. You know, in a game like this, Justin, I guess it goes without saying, really every third down is big in a game like this.
Yeah, from now on, every third down is important. Every penalty, every turnover is crucial right now. Both teams struggling to move the ball so far in this second half. No points in the third quarter, and a critical third down for the Mustangs here.
And again, the biggest difference in this game is the botched punt from Friendswood that gave Foster the lead and score. Run up the middle is going to be good enough for a first down, and that's going to be Mario Simmons again. Mr. Simmons has had a nice game tonight for the Falcons.
Man, Jackson Stephen coming down, looking to make that play. Got stonewalled by Hunter Schultz, the big senior O-lineman, at the line of scrimmage. He read it well, but Schultz able to get his hands on him because Stevens was coming to get him to make him shy of the sticks.
So it's going to be first and 10 now for the Falcons. New set of downs. Ball's on their own 32-yard line. 10:56 and counting. Handoff up the middle. Trying to find a running back on the right side. It's actually going to be Xavier Smallwood. Going to be brought down, but it's going to get about 3. Foster very satisfied with that right now. Just run that ball, get some yards, and if you can get 3 or 4 carry, you're in good shape.
Well, absolutely. You got to think of it. You got to think they have the lead. They got the ball. They're running the clock. They have no sense of urgency to score right now. They're just trying to run some clock off and march down the field. They're not trying to hit that big shot. They're staying patient with it, and why not? The running game has had some success.
Twin receivers to the left side, single receiver up top to the right. Handoff up the middle again is Smallwood. You almost, Simmons. You almost know it's Simmons the way he runs.
Yeah, and absolutely you do, and you know it's Simmons when they're running that ball right down Broadway, straight to the A-gap right there, able to pick up just enough for the first was Simmons. And you're right, he puts his head down, bang, bang, play. Almost no time comes off the clock when Simmons runs the ball. He just gets where he needs it to go.
Like Elliott Spiller in the game now for the Mustangs. Big Mike Gibson back in there at D-tackle again, trying to shut that thing down the middle. And the handoff again. This time left side is going to be Johnson. And just right now, this is just a 3-man rotation at running back with Johnson, Simmons, and Smallwood.
It's hard to stop a running back with fresh legs, but Big Mike gives it all he does right there. Ejects that guard, presses him out, releases off of him, and able to get across the formation and finish that play off. You wouldn't think that's an O-lineman out there.
You know, I'm going to mention this too. This is our first year in this district course. Quarterback's a junior. The 2 running backs that we were seeing there are juniors. Sophomore running back, sophomore receiver. This is a young squad. D-line, junior, 6'8", sophomore. I mean, you got a lot of size and a lot of good talent. This time, however, Fritz was going to bring this one down, and then some. That's going to be Jaden Smith on the run. And he is going to be brought down for no gain. This is going to be a third down and 8. It'll be a loss.
Yeah, Helton and Mapp on the tackle right there.
Nice
Good job. Helton's been all over the place too tonight.
Yes,
he has had an excellent game so far, and another crucial third down for the Mustangs. They're able to get the ball in decent field position if they shut him down here.
Twin receiver to the right. Jackson in motion to the right side. Little movement, no call. Stubblefield passes over across the middle. That's caught. Enough for a first down. Sean Kelly got about 15 on that one.
And you're right. Was there not movement by Jaden Smith in the
thought
backfield
so too.
right there?
I thought he jumped.
Good night. He is still moving when the ball snapped. Can't catch a break right there. Regardless, the Mustangs have to play through, and Stubblefield is just doing a good job being a little QB manager right now. They're not asking too much for him, not making any crazy throws. Just tosses it in right between that second and third level of the Mustang secondary, right enough for a first down.
Got to imagine a heavy dose of run here, these next 2 plays. Gibson wasn't even set. Going to be a run up the middle. That's going to be number 14, Simmons again, Mario Simmons.
Right up the middle for a gain of 6, the Simmons specialty so far tonight.
Mike Gibson just missed out on that one.
It was, real close. Was able to get through that first line, or that line of the Falcons. Not quite quick enough to get to the explosive Simmons.
Gibson comes out. Hilton and Bubba Farrell back in now at D-tackle, second down and 4. And I got to imagine you're going to see 2 runs right now coming up. And why not if you're Foster, 7:42. This clock's just
tick.
It's just ripping off right now.
Second half, and that's exactly how you want it. You want to put points on the board if you're Foster and leave Friendswood minimal time.
Handoff on the left side, brought down for a loss. Who got him first?
Stevens and Helton. I saw
Nice
Stevens
job.
make first contact. Helton follow, and those two linebackers are having themselves a ball game.
Yes, sir. And that's Simmons. I didn't recognize it because he's going outside. Usually Simmons head down up the field, but that time he does go outside, and he is brought down for a loss. And again, another big third down. Big stop here. So far, Friends was 0 for in the fourth quarter on these big stops. Fourth quarter brought to you by Jitter G and Motor Trends of Alvin. And right now, Friendswood needs to find a way, Justin, under 7 minutes. Get this thing short. It's 3rd and 7. Stubblefield back to pass. A lot of pressure. Sacked. Helton got him. Helton dropped him.
Boy, there was a lot of heat coming from the Stangs right there.
Yes, sir. Hermes is back there.
Looked like Tinger tripped him up, and Helton cleaned him up.
Yes, sir.
Good
Huge
initial pressure.
play.
They had all kinds of blue jerseys around Stubblefield, and boy, he didn't know what to do. Took a lick from Helton. Ball's at the 50. You're going to have to punt it away. They have Halata back, the lone man, heels on the 18-yard line.
Wow, that is exactly the play Friendswood need. Now they're going to have a little bit under 6 minutes by the time they get this ball back to get some points on the board. Not very successful in moving to the second half. Sure, they're going to find a way. Oh, that takes a Foster bounce. Oh, no, 10. Oh, that's to the 6-yard line of Friendswood. They have 94 yards to go. There's no field goal in this one. They've got to get 7 on the board if you're the Mustangs. Long way to go. You got plenty of time. You got 6 minutes left, 5:56 to be precise. But the way this defense has been playing for Foster, Justin, it's a tough road to hoe right here.
Yeah, especially the way they've been locking down Alvarez tonight. Alvarez nearly has, it's hard to say locking down. I mean, he has not caught a pass in the second half.
No.
Still has 84 yards on the night, a stat line that most receivers would kill to have, but he really has been locked down. 4 catches for Alvarez. You're going to have to look for Christian Lee. Christian Lee coming out of a tight end spot. I'd like to see him get more involved in this offense.
Revere offset to Gurdon's left. Revere with a run up the middle. He's going to bounce it outside now. Just nowhere to go for Luke Revere. He's running as hard as he always does. It's just the swarming defense of the Foster Falcons is just different than anything he's seen this season.
Yeah, and it's a tough break right there for Revere, especially because he broke 2 tackles and still took a loss of 2. He tried to improvise. Nothing up the middle. Nearly got safety. Bounced it out. Was able to get outside. Back to about the 5-yard line. And the Mustangs, that is not how you want to start off this drive. And you're really backed up. And a safety would just about do it right now.
Another back in the backfield this time for the Mustangs as Fluellen comes out. Gardner's going to be back to pass. Guy got a little wheel route down on the right side. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Zamora. Nice job that time. Alvarez dragging his defender inside, but it didn't fool the Falcons.
Floyd out there in coverage trying to throw that wheel, and a good block by the other back. Pallets chopped his man down, gave Gurdon the time he needed in the end zone for the wheel. Ball on track. But Floyd able to shield him off to the sideline and brings up a 3rd down, 5:08 remained, 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs. And they have been having a tough time moving the ball in this half.
Yeah, Christian Lee and Luke Revere come off the field. We're going to go empty backfield. I'd kind of like to see Lee in there right now, but it's now some movement up front. Oh, big number 10's in there. That ball's going to be incomplete. Nwanko just got in Gurdon's face, and he had to get rid of that ball, I think, a little bit earlier than he wanted to.
Good job of the Mustangs O-line by not committing the hold right there because, boy, that would have been a safety, a hold in the end zone. Man, it nearly was. He blew through that line, big number 10, timed the snap up, blew past his man, 4th down and 12 for the Mustangs, 5:03.
Coach Koopman's pleading his case for the movement up there. Again,
I think he just timed that thing up.
I think so too. It was close, but Nwanko again.
He's been reading the snap count all night long, and you know it's a passing down. You're able to pin your ears back and really try and get back to the quarterback.
Alvarez heels on the inline. Good kick. That ball is going to be returned from the 41, 35. And brought back to about the 33-yard line is going to be Jaden Smith. And we got a late flag.
On the Mustang sidelines, I imagine that's going to be on Friendswood. Not sure what it was.
I don't either.
Something along the lines of a sideline warning or a extra man on the field, because that was dumped right next to Coach Koopman on the sidelines after the play had finished. Wow, how about that? That was a late block in the back.
Sure
call.
Was.
That is a huge break right there for Friendswood, because that's going to take them back to the 43-yard line. Just a 10-yard loss. I guess it happened a little further up the field.
Yeah.
Interesting. That thing came out late, but big for Friendswood right now. Every yard is crucial, and that takes them out of even potential field goal range right there. But the Mustangs cannot afford to give up any points to the Falcons right now. Not enough time.
Now, ball's now on the Friendswood 43-yard line. Again, 4:52 left here in this ball game. Friendswood does have all 3 timeouts remaining, but Foster is in control at this point. Handoff up the middle, nowhere to run. That's going to be a 1-yard loss.
Stevens and Spiller on the tackle right there. Spiller with the initial contact. Stevens cleaning him up. Good job by Spiller, recognizing the play, shedding his man, taking him down for a loss.
Second down and 11 for the Falcons. And again, for the Falcons, not the end of the world, because they're also looking at running some clock. Yes, running clock. They have been good at that. 15 seconds left here on the play clock. 4:20 left here on the game clock.
And Friendswood does have all 3 of their timeouts, which will be crucial towards the end of this ball game.
2 backs in the backfield with Stubblefield. Twin receiver to the left side. Handoff to Simmons up the middle. There he goes. 30, 25, 20. Again, Mario Simmons.
Right up the middle. Has had success with it all night long. He has one speed only, and that's fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a simple A-gap, halfback dive. They've had their way with the Mustangs front tonight with that Simmons run up the middle. They've had no answer for it. Huge gain right there, nearly about 20-plus yards right there from Spiller. Mustangs trying to jar that football loose. Looked like Sanchez had his hands on it, but Spiller kept going inside the red zone now, or the Falcons with 3:40 remaining.
Now, if you're friends with Justin, you know, you got to think, of course, you got the time, you got your timeouts, but you know, right now the most important thing is stop this ball.
Ball's on
ball's loose.
Oh, it looks like they're going to recover, trying to run some zone read action. And why do anything
I don't have
fancy
any
tonight?
idea.
They haven't run the zone read all night long. Keep it simple. Give it to Spiller if you're the Falcons. My goodness, the ball's on the turf, and what a break from them. They almost shot themselves in the foot and gave the Mustangs all the momentum. Regardless, that takes them, I would say, out of field goal range. Not sure the leg that this kicker had, but they're on the 25-yard line. Would make it a 42-yarder. Granted, it is only second down, and their backs have been picking up substantial yardage on the ground tonight.
Yeah, that was, again, very, very surprising to see that play when you've got nothing but straight-ahead runners. Got our halftime guests on the big screen.
Ben Redding and Tyler Page, the fans love it, giving them some love, seeing themselves on the Jumbotron.
Absolutely. Again, we enjoyed having those guys with us this evening. Did a great job, and looking forward to seeing them continue to do good things at SMU. So 3:24 left here in the ball game. Friendswood down 7, 21-14. Foster trying to find a way to put any points on the board. That would just be about enough to end this thing. But right now, that last play, second down and 15 for the Falcons. Friendswood used one timeout. They have 2 left. Pass, Stubblefield rolls his right. Got a man caught. That is complete. It's not enough for a first, but it's going to put him inside their about maybe a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
A map on the coverage and a good job of getting him out of bounds, making sure that clock stops. 3:12 remaining now. And Friendswood's going to call a timeout.
No, he did not get out of bounds.
And why would you call a timeout right there?
No, they said he did not. I saw the official give the signal to go.
Oh,
he did not get out, even though he was definitely
tough break.
out of bounds.
I thought he was out of bounds right there. Apparently not.
So, again, 3:12 left. Friendswood has 1 timeout remaining. Ball will be spotted on the Friendswood 17. Foster has 7 yards to go, 8 yards, to go for the first. And for Foster, Jess, you got to think.
So basically, this play call is going to depend on how much they trust their kicker.
Exactly. We're fixing to find out.
You never want to leave the hands of a ball game in a high school kicker. I tell you what, we have seen too many misses over the years to have faith in that. It's always better to punch this thing in the end zone. But I tell you what, if you have any faith at all, right now it's about a 35-yarder.
Right.
I run the ball up the middle with Simmons, try and pick up a few, get it to the hash he likes, and then make Friendswood use the timeout, and then you kick the field goal, and that would do it.
Yeah, it really would, because Friendswood have no timeouts left and down 10. But we'll see what happens here. Funny things can happen in this game of football. Twin receivers on the left side. Simmons with the handoff up the middle. Makes a cut. 10, 5, touchdown, Foster Falcons. No need for a kicker when you have Mario Simmons in that backfield. And again, as he has done this game, many of his scores, he's getting untouched.
Yeah, no kidding. I think I could have pranced into the end zone. Might not have looked as pretty, but I think I would have got there. Nobody around to corral Simmons. And, boy, he's got to be over 100 yards tonight.
Absolutely.
He's having an absolute ball game.
Extra point coming on for Bryson Harrell. Ball is snapped. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So we have 3:08 left here from Henry Winston. Friendswood down to Foster, 28-14. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Next Thursday, you will be caught in a flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at nyc.gov/readyny or call 311. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
And welcome back. Henry Winston Stadium. Foster on top of Friendswood, 28-14. 3:08 remaining in the ball game. Kick is off, and the kick is going to be received by Alvarez on the 10, 15, 20, 25. Still on his feet. Go, 30, 35, 40. 45, about a 43-yard line goes Austin Alvarez. Exactly what Friendswood needed. A spark. Too little, too late. Hopefully not. We'll see. 2:59 left in the ball game. So first and 10 now for the Mustangs. Twin receivers to both sides, stacked. Revere offset to the right. Got to imagine we're passing a ton here. Garden rolls to his right. The ball is going to be caught by Austin Alvarez.
Alvarez is going to take him for his 90th yard of the night right there. 5 receptions for Alvarez, not what he's used to. The yardage is there, but the receptions are not. And I'll say it again. Jaden Smith has had a nice night on Alvarez. He's a solid physical corner.
Yeah, absolutely. 2:54 left here now in the ball game. Twin receivers again stacked up both sides. Garden back to pass. Garden rolls to his right. Got to get a man off him. And it's going to be incomplete. No flag. There's a flag.
Yeah, that came in late, but boy.
Yeah.
And tell you what, that's Shaheed out in coverage right
Sure
there.
was.
And, you know, he's showing off. Little does he know there's some laundry a couple feet behind him.
Yeah, Shaheed rode lead like a backpack that time out of bounds, and rightfully so. Good call that time by the officials. A little surprised it didn't come out sooner. But regardless, they did get the call.
And that's going to take the Mustangs
huge
inside of Falcon territory, and they have moved the ball with some serious pace. Not a lot of time has rolled off the clock. It's a tough break. It's going to give him a holding call. It's only going to give him 5. I thought it was pass interference too.
Yeah. So regardless, it is going to be Friendswood ball now inside.
Well, it's still going to take him to the 40.
Inside of Foster territory to the 40. 40 yards to go for pay dirt. Got to get it scored twice, though. Got to get this one quick. 2:47 left here in this ball game. Friendswood looking to stay undefeated. It's going to be a tall task here, down 14 with 2:47. Revere out in the slot. Garden. Garden's pressured, rolled his left. Got a man. It's incomplete. A little bit over Zamora's head.
Boy, we have got a case of the drops tonight. He had all the other Mustangs go to the right of the formation, had Zamora leak across right there about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. Just a simple crossing route. He had his man beat by a step. Should have been able to catch it and turn upfield. But again, the Mustangs just looking to get upfield or out of bounds with Zamora. Could have had that one. The ball was a little high. They should have corralled it. Usually a sure-handed receiver in Zamora.
Twin receivers to both sides again now. 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Need to put some points on the board. Ball is on the 40-yard line of Foster. Garden back to pass. Got some pressure. He is going to be dropped for the loss. Cade Lubajowski with the sack. Good pressure from Nwankwo again, who's kind of led to Lubajowski's sack that time. Garden just had nowhere to go, no room to breathe, and Friends was going to burn a timeout. 2:35 left here in the ball game. Couple of final scores here in District 10 5A. Shadow Creek final score 59-16 over Ball. Shadow Creek will be here next week for that homecoming extravaganza. Comes in undefeated. Hightower gets a victory over Texas City 24-3. And, of course, last night, Angleton, winner over Rosenberg Terry. Want to give a shout-out tonight to our broadcast guru, our production maestro, Joe Woodburn. Without Joe, you wouldn't be hearing me right now. So, again, we appreciate Joe and all what MCS does. This has been a great broadcast. As always, MCS Sports has done a great job all year long. And definitely looking forward to watching this continue to grow over the next few years. There's no technical difficulty that we can't get through with MCS Sports. I'm knocking on wood right now because I hope I just didn't jinx us. But regardless, Joe, thank you so much for being here and helping us out tonight. Too bad right now you can't put some of that magic for the Friendswood offense. They've got to find a way to score here and quickly. 2:35 left in the ball game. Friendswood at the Foster 30. Twin receivers to both sides. Revere in the backfield with Garden.
Wait. Why are they at the 30-yard line right now?
I'm not sure. We must have had a late Garden. Fumbling around, still on his feet. We got sacked, and next thing we know, we're up here.
No laundry on the field.
A penalty. We never saw the call.
The ball was going to be on the Foster 45. Lo and behold, first down in Foster territory.
I mean, it's got to be a penalty on the last play.
The 30-yard line. That came out of nowhere, out of the break. Ball spotted on the 30.
But we'll take it. Little Friendswood magic. 2:29 left here in the game now. 2nd down and 10 for the Stangs. Again, trying to find a way to get Alvarez loose. Jaden Smith been all over him all night. Well, they're in that press coverage now again. Looking for him now. It's going to be incomplete. That pass is behind him.
Man, just too much pressure right there for Gurdon. Looked like he had Kendall Johnson coming in from the outside. And Alvarez did have his man beat right there. Ball just skipped to him. Gurdon was unable to hang in the pocket with the pressure.
That's going to bring up a third. Should be a 3rd down and 10.
Yes, it will be. Well, there is a flag on the field.
Now we do see a flag. And Friendswood's going the wrong direction. We're going to have a hold on the Mustangs. Going to march them back to the 40-yard line of Foster. So now 2:25, Friendswood going the wrong direction, just trying to find a way to get some points on the board to give himself a chance to at least get the onside. But 40 yards to go. Pressure up the middle. Garden rolls out, evades it. He's not going to get this one, though. He's going to be brought down for the loss. That's going to be number 33, Dylan Clark, with the sack.
Gurdon had some time right there. He needs to be able to get out of that sack and not let that clock tick. He had time to throw the ball away, would have had another chance at it, but this clock is ticking down now under 2 minutes. And that was more of a coverage sack right there.
Agreed.
He didn't really have initial pressure. Once that 4 or 5 seconds broke in the pocket, he had a few Falcons coming at him. Gurdon had some time to get away, but just trying to do too much.
Well, 2 more plays to get 25 yards here because they are definitely 4-down territory this time of the game. Gurdon back to pass. Got some pressure. Got a flag in the backfield looking for a hold. Gurdon's going to run 50, 45, 40. And he's going to run out of bounds before.
All for nothing. That's going to be a hold coming back on the Mustangs.
Cody Jackson's fixing to clean his clock, but he runs out of bounds, and you're right, that's going to be a hold in that backfield.
And you should now have a 3rd and 35. If they decide to take the penalty, they might just go 4th and 25, which I imagine they do. No, how much yards did Gurdon pick up on that scramble?
About
5. So it's either a 4th and 20 or a 3rd. And, yeah, they're not going to take it. Going to bring up 4th down, ball spotted on the 39. Got to get 19 to keep any hopes of this game alive, to keep their undefeated streak alive, undefeated district streak alive. Rest on this play right here.
So we'll see what they're going to bring in. Going to have Alvarez and Zamora on the right side, Lee and Fluellen on the left.
Look for Christian Lee up top right here.
I would think Lee or Alvarez throw it up. Like I said, give him a shot. Need some blocking. Got it. Gurdon goes deep. 4. Fluellen caught. 10. And he's going to be brought down right at the 10-yard line.
Mustangs going to run some hurry up right here to punch this thing in. The Flu sat wide open. They baited on Lee. Lee looked like he didn't even run much of a route. Just kind of settled in right there, about 10 yards shy of the sticks. Left Flu wide open at the 10.
Oh, well, no.
Offsides. Great decision right there by Gurdon. That is some lazy play by the Falcons right there, as their D linemen are huffing and puffing. 2 guys behind the formation before that ball was snapped. An easy offsides.
Absolutely.
And free 5 yards for the Mustangs.
Beautiful.
Great awareness by Gurdon.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be a 1st and goal now from the 5 here in the hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. 1:20 left here in the ball game. Friendswood is now knocking on that door. Down 2 scores. But the most important one is this one, because without that, you don't get another chance.
Absolutely.
You got to get this in, then get the onside kick.
If you don't get the onside kick after the score, they don't have enough timeouts. It says 1 on the board. I didn't think they had any left. Regardless, 5 or 4 yards remains in their way.
Yeah, and with that defensive line, it's going to be fun to watch here what they're going to try to do. Again, great heads up by Luke Gurdon. 1st down and goal from the 4. Hometown Bank of Friendswood red zone. Revere motioning to the left. Revere motioning to the right. Zamora Lee motioning to the right. Gurdon rolling to his right. Got a man. Christian Lee, touchdown. Friendswood. 57 seconds left. Friendswood down 8. Extra point pending. Don't go anywhere. This one's not over.
Christian Lee rolling across the formation right there. Just looked like a little simple out route, more of a cross, like didn't really stick that and make it more of an out route, and just came across that formation. Gurdon rolled, Lee followed. Easy 6 for Christian Lee, his 2nd of the evening.
Friendswood will have 57 seconds left in this ball game to get an onside kick and to get a touchdown. Alvarez lined up for the extra point. And play clock just now starting to tick off. Ooh, ball that was a bad snap. Blocked.
Picked up.
Oh, dropped.
Short.
That was a rough snap. Lee did all he could to handle it, and just Alvarez, by the time they got it in there, got a feeling the laces were in, and Alvarez booted that one low, so you're down to 8. Not going to matter if you don't get the onside regardless. The 7 or 8's meaningless. But you sure hope that was not going to come back and bite you. But right now, the most important thing is for Coach Ted Thomas and that special teams crew, get the onside. This is why you practice these things all the time.
Absolutely. Players, they think this is monotonous. They don't take it seriously. But these are the moments, and these are the reason you practice this play at practice every single week. They're going to put their best athletes out there. They're going to send somebody out there to absolutely annihilate the person trying to get this ball. They're going to send others along as well. Looks like you got Helton out there. You got Alvarez. I imagine Alvarez is going to do the kicking duties. You got Big Roney out there, Helton, Christian Lee,
Hermes,
Dawson Johnson. You have all of your best athletes out on the field right now trying to get this football.
And they're on this right side. There's no secret where they're going.
Well, we will see. The only person I don't see out there is Halata right now. I'm surprised he's not on this unit.
I would agree with you.
Oh, no, he is out there. Pardon me.
There you go. Alvarez, get a bounce. That ball
is Mustangs have it.
Friendswood got the ball. Friendswood got the ball.
Mustangs have it. 45-yard line in Foster territory.
That's how you do
They
it.
have the ball. They need 45 yards and 2 points. Mustangs can pull this thing off. Alvarez, textbook. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Big bounce off the hands of the Falcons. Mustangs doing an excellent job of recovering the ball, and that is why you practice it day in and day out. The Mustangs, the scoreboard says they have 1 timeout remaining. We don't believe they have any, but regardless, 45 yards to go, 57 seconds to do it.
Twin receivers to the left. Garden back to pass. 2 guys back in the backfield block. That ball is going to be incomplete, a little short.
Zamora said he had it, but you could see those turf beats fly up. Ball was just skipped a little shy. Would have been an 8-yard pickup, and the clock would have ran instead.
Oh, my goodness. Where's those Friendswood fans that left earlier? Hope you're listening right now. 53 seconds left. Your Mustangs down 8 with the ball. And again, great kick by Austin Alvarez. You could see that happening before it ever got there.
Absolutely. You knew they were going to have a chance.
Oh, absolutely.
And you saw the big hop coming.
Yes. Twin receivers stacked to both sides. Revere in the backfield to block. Garden needs a completion. Garden back to pass, looking for the flu. That ball is incomplete, a little over his head.
Boy, tough ball right there for the Flu in double coverage. Looked like you had Jackson, well, with Asanuga over top. Had a chance, more of a chance to be intercepted than anything. The Flu is not the tallest receiver on the field. You like to see Alvarez or Lee on those deep routes to have a chance to go up and get that one. The Flu stands about 5'9", wouldn't have had a chance.
Absolutely. So it is now 3rd down and 10.
And obviously everything is 4-down territory.
Twin receivers stacked again to both sides. 48 seconds on the clock. Garden back to pass. Garden pressured. Nwako. No, he gets away from him. Garden rolls to his right side. Stay on your feet. Going to run out of bounds. It's going to be about a yard gain, but he runs out of bounds to stop the clock.
Still gives him a chance right there. Nwako looks like he is sucking some serious wind right now. He is crouched over, and hopefully he is tired enough to not put pressure on Garden again right now.
Absolutely.
Got the hands on the hips. We'll see if he gives it a go for one more play. But right now, it is do or die time for the Mustangs.
4th and 8.
4th and 8. You have to pick it up. Go to your guy.
Absolutely. You got to think Alvarez.
Austin Alvarez. This is what he does. He likes to come back at the sticks and pick it up.
And he knows how to get those 8. Smith in coverage on him right now. Zamora in motion to the right side. Oh, double pass. Zamora going back across the field.
No.
That's going to be it. That's going to. Oh, no, he's down. That's going to do it.
He had him. They set up the screen to Garden on the opposite side of the field. He had all 5 blockers and a lot of green in front. The ball was thrown by Zamora about a foot too far in front of Garden. If you throw that ball to a receiver, he's going to have it and able to keep his feet. Garden just stumbles, the knee taps, and oh boy, if he keeps his feet, that's a 1st down and a lot more.
I like the play call. The
Great
play call is there.
Tricky, fooled the Falcons, but not executed. Oh, boy, tough break for the Mustangs. You got everything you needed. You got the onside kick. You had the chance. The offense was starting to get it going in the second half, but instead they were going to fall short tonight of the Foster Falcons. Going to get their first loss in district, will be 2-1 heading into Shadow Creek next week.
You know, the pregame talk was, of course, both these teams. You know, this is going to be one of those games that comes down the wire. That's exactly what happened here. Unfortunately for Friendswood, you know, they're on the wrong end of this one. This could have easily gone the other way. You know, you look back at some mistakes early in the game. You know, and you can't make mistakes like that in a game like this. And unfortunately for Friendswood, they made more than Foster did. 2 good teams, 2 teams that are going to make some noise in the playoffs. come here in a few weeks. But Friendswood's undefeated season comes to an end tonight at the hands of the Foster Falcons here at Henry Winston. Final score here, 28-20. We'll be right back here to wrap it up on the Frank's Collision Center postgame show here on MCS Sports.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs.
Motor Trends is a locally owned and operated pre-owned auto dealership that specializes in customer service and one-price selling. The Yarbrough family invites everyone from the Friendswood Clear Lake area to look us up online at motortrendsonline.com. Or just come on by and see us on FM 528 on the border of Friendswood and Alvin. We have a great selection of trucks, SUVs, sports cars, and sedans. We support Friendswood Athletics.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Danke at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Danke is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where the final score here tonight is the Foster Falcons 28 and your Friendswood Mustangs 20. Friendswood takes their first district and first loss of the season. And Justin, you know, you said this all night. In a game like this, it's the team that makes the fewest mistakes, and unfortunately for Friendswood, just had a couple of big ones tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the play that really altered the game was that punt and Foster score right before the half.
Right.
I mean, you got to think of it just like that. It was 14-14. There was only 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Foster was going to take the knee, go into half a tie ball game. And, well, you know just as well as I do, that game goes into halftime a tie ball game. We're still playing football right now.
Right.
Who knows how that game would have panned out if Friendswood went into the half tie ball game. But your play of the game for the Mustangs was that Haynes interception, because this game was going to be done a lot earlier than that last 30 seconds on the clock right there without that Haynes interception, because they were marching down the field. The clock was ticking down, about to go up 2 scores. Haynes with a touchdown-saving interception right there. They were driving on the Mustangs. That changed the tides, but unfortunately it was still not enough for Friendswood.
So our hometown Banker Friendswood player of the game, is Connor Haynes. Our hometown Banker Friendswood player of the game, okay, like you said, I said play, excuse me, the player of the game was Christian Lee. Christian Lee, the obvious candidate tonight with his 2 touchdowns. It had some just other outstanding catches as well. He just gets better and better. Remember, this guy was playing quarterback last year.
Yeah, you always forget that, and you want to be somewhat critical. But, man, he was playing quarterback last year. Like Redding was saying earlier at the halftime show, if anybody stuck around for that, it's hard to transition to a new position. And he was talking wide receiver to tight end, not quarterback to tight end. And Lee has really stepped into that role and played well this year. I almost wish when Alvarez was getting locked down a little bit that they would have looked to Lee for some more tonight. I mean, he didn't have that. He only had 5 receptions on the night. Wish he could have got involved more, try to set up a couple screens for him. It just didn't really work out. We've seen Lee get involved, and it's always tough in high school to stop that tight end once he chips a block and releases out into the formation. Not a lot of teams are able to pick up on that play at such a young age, and didn't really see Lee with his hand down a whole lot tonight.
Well, you know what, again, all this being said, for Friendswood, I think, you don't want to get too negative upon a negative, but this loss does hurt in the fact that next week
Shadow Creek.
You've got Shadow Creek coming in, who hasn't been tested.
Not at all. So if you're Shadow Creek, it's positive and it's a negative. Because in your early games, that's why you like to play some teams like Foster has to prepare them for moments like this.
Right.
They easily could have shut it down, lost all momentum, and let Friendswood drive and score on them that last bit. But they've been in some tight games. Their defense buckled down and made the stop they needed to win the ball game. So I think that might hurt Shadow Creek if Friendswood can hang around. They've been in some tight games as well this year between Dayton and Foster.
Right.
That they should be able to have the advantage there in that tight game. On the other hand, Shadow Creek is as fresh as can be. There's no way their guys have played more than a single half this year, and that has allowed them to develop their depth like we saw tonight at running back from Foster, and you see how much that can hurt when you got a lot of fresh legs on the field.
Yeah, so no doubt about that, Justin. You know, again, I still think both these teams we saw tonight are going to be playoff teams, and both these teams can do some damage. We said this all year. It's going to be tough for a team to come out of this district undefeated. Shadow Creek's the only one. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. Obviously, Foster still can. Shadow Creek's in the driver's seat of that. But you never know. This is high school football. You never know what's going to happen. Friendswood's going to regroup. Yeah, they lost tonight, but they had some shots. Regroup and got a big homecoming game next week with Shadow Creek. And would it be nice to give Shadow Creek that first loss right here on Henry Winston? So that's time will tell, and we'll see. I know the coaches are going to start working on that thing first thing in the morning. But again, a lot of season left. This is one loss. You're 5-1. You're 2-1 in district. You're still in the driver's seat for a playoff spot, and that's what you play for in high school football.
Absolutely. You play to get in the playoffs. Yeah, you want to win the district, and that's still possible. All you need is to beat Shadow Creek, and then if everything plays out how it should, you're right back with a first-place district share.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, again, we'll see how that all shakes out. Please join us next week. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports. As always, for Joe, again, thank you so much for your help tonight. Great job. For Justin, I'm Kirk Lowe. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see y'all next Friday out here at Henry Winston.
This has been a presentation of Friendswood High School Athletics on the MCS Sports Network. Tonight's game was brought to you by Hometown Bank, Select Spine and Sports Medicine, JSC Federal Credit Union, Generators of Houston, Motor Trends, Montz and Mayer Dental Group, and by RE/MAX. Thanks for listening, and go Mustang!